the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's a special Wednesday edition of the Drunken Peasants, and this is episode 1202.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's hump day.
I keep forgetting that we're in the 1200s. I'll get used to it eventually, but I was used to the 11. 11 is a word that rolls off the tongue, I think, more easily than 12.
Yeah, the 12s. These are the dozens.
Yeah, the dozens. Yeah. 1 dozen and 2.
1 dozen, 100 dozen and 2.
100 dozen and 2.
I don't. Does that work? It's not 100 dozen. It is 100. No, I don't know.
I don't know. Numbers don't work good with
who does this
with brain. Everyone liked the stream. We had to reschedule, so we're doing our first show of the week right now. Give us a like, chuck us a couple bucks to help us get towards that goal. Don't forget $5 TTS.
Yeah, 100 dozen and $2 would get us 150% of the way to the goal.
Ooh. Yeah. I like the sound of that.
Hawkeye says it's Waffle Wednesday. I didn't know that.
Early dono for the sweet boys.
I'll see you coming through. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure it's Flag Day, which is like the most meaningless holiday ever. Yeah, it is. It is Flag Day. It's like, okay, like we just had Memorial Day and we'll have the 4th of July next month and then we'll have Labor Day in September. We don't need Flag Day. No one cares about Flag Day.
And that's coming from a guy who collects flags.
Yeah, but they're talking about one specific flag that I don't really give that much of a shit about. So
it's just funny because like you are a collector of flags.
Yeah.
And for you to be like, poo, like who cares about Flag Day? I'm like, maybe you and other flag lovers should take Flag Day back.
We should.
You guys can make Flag Day about all the cool flags.
Yeah, I need that. There's a town in Ohio called Findlay, Ohio, and they proclaim to be Flag City, USA.
Flag City?
Flag City, USA, and there's just like big American flags all over everything. You know how like a lot of small towns have like a big water tower? They have this huge water tower with this giant flag. And it says Findlay, Ohio, Flag City, USA.
Wow. And we don't like flaming flags. That's one thing. We don't light flags on fire. It's a sign of disrespect. Unless you're an anarchist. If you're into chaos.
There used to be all these laws like you couldn't wear an American flag print on your clothing and stuff. There used to be really strict laws about it. I think Trump said he wanted to bring that stuff back too. Pretty sure he said that.
I had a really cool like a 2-piece like not velour. What's that windbreaker material?
Yeah.
It was like an American flag colored pants and jacket suit with windbreaker material. It looked so gaudy. I missed that. I looked like I was a freaking Olympian.
Let's check out the Trump stuff because Trump, I guess, he got in trouble.
He's just charged with what, 400 years?
So, is that the max?
I think that's the max is 400 years.
Interesting.
Crowds watched the motorcade arriving at the federal courthouse in Miami. Former President Donald Trump entering his...
They made him look thinner in these sketches.
His pleas of not guilty to
not in this one.
and mishandling classified documents related
They're bouncing
to the
around here.
Yeah.
Defense. Historian Michael Beschloss.
First president in history, federally indicted and charged today. Never seen it before. And also to be accused of violating the Espionage Act.
Wow, this guy's chairs in the back of his room were great-looking chairs. I want those.
We have a country that's corrupt.
In the coming weeks, Trump may explain why he kept the top-secret documents and refused to return them to the government. But so far, Georgia...
Yeah, I do have to wonder why. Was he just like, these are cool, I like these, I'm gonna keep them? Or is there some bad stuff in there that he was trying to conceal?
Well, if they have proof that he was trying to like actually sell it like to foreign countries, if they have proof of that, that's pretty bad, right?
That would be espionage.
Yeah, that's
right?
pretty bad. If he just left with a bunch of boxes full of stuff, I don't know. At one point, I think that was it the service or whoever was in charge of this stuff, FBI, they were trying to get him to put it in safes.
Do you think maybe he just thought it was his collection of Archie comics?
Oh, like he thought there was all his Pokemon cards.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, I don't want to leave.
I feel
my
like
Pokemon.
a guy Trump's age would be into Archie comics.
Yeah,
you know,
probably. I just remember there was that meme where he was showing the bill he signed.
Yeah,
and they photoshopped it to be Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
that was probably the greatest moment in presidential history.
State
even
University
though it was
law
fake.
professor Clark Cunningham.
He wants to grab Betty and Veronica by the pussy.
Says Trump has never given a reason.
This is an AI talking, right? Like narrating in between.
I don't think so.
That is, that they belong to me.
Maybe
I could do with them as I wished, but that doesn't explain motive at all. If he had a valid
this
reason,
one's for the sweet boys.
Oh yeah!
Thank you, your mum.
Thank you.
To take them and keep them, you would have expected to hear that by now.
Next, the Fulton County investigation in Atlanta. DA Fonnie Willis preparing to go before a grand jury in the next few weeks, possibly to seek an indictment against Trump and others, accusing them of trying to interfere with the 2020 Georgia election results.
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's the other thing on the horizon. That's the other possible criminal thing that he hasn't been charged with.
According to, I think I was listening to NPR, and they said when he was in Florida being charged, there were people from Georgia there to overwatch the proceedings in case they had to go through the similar shit with him coming up.
Oh, you know what? Nobody special gave $50. It didn't come through because okay, they said spread the love and I'll rephrase, unalive yourself. Your choice.
That's probably why it didn't come through.
Yeah. I don't think so.
So yeah, spread the love.
Yeah,
and that's nobody special is the name. I thought like you were avoiding using their name, like it was
no.
Like nobody special.
no, yeah. That's literally their name.
In August, there's an indictment alleging a vast conspiracy to subvert democracy itself, which would be obviously of great importance.
Fulton County Sheriff is preparing for a possible indictment against Trump. The sheriff just released a statement that he is sending his deputies to Miami and New York, quote, to gather intel on security.
If he actually did jail time, it would be hilarious because I think he'd still try to run for president from jail.
He could, right?
I think they've determined that he can because they never thought that this would happen. It's like, you would think, we've seen human corruption throughout history. You'd think they would have been like, yeah, we could have a total corrupt piece of shit that's president.
The other, have you seen the, what is it, the one guy, his name's something Swami, I can't remember his fucking name.
I'm not sure.
He was running for Republican president. He went out and he said when he gets elected, he will pardon Trump day one, and any other person running in the Republican Party should sign a pact to do the same.
Oh my God!
You should do the same. This is a witch hunt. So if Trump does get locked up and somehow can't run, somebody's going to run on the fact that they're going to free Trump. It's going to be a jailbreak presidential race.
Operations that he thinks he might need if Trump is indicted and arraigned at the Fulton County Courthouse. In Atlanta, John Schierick, 11 Alive News.
Let's see.
Train.
Oh,
Train.
Wow,
Alex L.
this is impressive.
Very nice. It's been a bumpy start to the week, and you guys are rubbing our bumps. Massaging our bumps.
Yeah, for the most part, it was a peaceful day of protesting, mostly because most of the people here were supporters of Donald Trump. There was only one nonviolent incident involving a man we happened to interview hours
this guy.
after he was, or rather hours.
He's just trying to get attention.
He's just doing some
he was
Trump.
put into handcuffs. Let's show you some of
Is
this
it the
video of what we're
Hamburglar?
talking about. Let's show you this man whose name is Dominic. He's wearing a white and black pinstripe prison outfit. He leaped off the sidewalk toward the former president's motorcade in Mr. Trump's vehicle.
It's so ridiculous when people get arrested for attention.
His name is Dominic. Is that Dominic Toretto? Is that Vin Diesel from the future?
As he left the courthouse, the Secret Service swooped in, tackled him to the ground, and put him in cuffs. Earlier, he was walking around with a sign that said, "Arrest him," referring, of course, to Donald Trump. That caused quite a commotion out here because he was outnumbered by Trump's supporters.
Oh, it's outside of a Chick-fil-A. I thought this court hearing was sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
Called him a cult and continued to blast him. They swarmed him and followed him around, yelling names at him and blurting for profanities until police came and broke it up. Here's what he had to say earlier before he was cuffed and before the scuffle with the crowd. Why are you here?
I'm here to see Donald Trump locked up once and for all. He's got away with a lot. He should have been locked up long.
I feel like this guy's got a criminal history.
I mean, does the striped clothing have anything in the handcuffs?
You
and all
know,
that?
you know what the giveaway is for me? It's that wristwatch that's showing. So, something tells me a guy with a wristwatch like that, he keeps his wristwatch on throughout all the costuming. He's the type of guy that moves money. He probably owns a pawn shop or something.
That are not for Trump.
Yeah, I'm a minority. I've been spit on. I've been called nasty names. I've been called a communist. And you know what? I'm alone. But it's okay. The reality is sticks and stones. But you know what? He's a con artist. He got away with it. And he became the president. He's a con artist? Yeah.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be outnumbered?
He's
here
a
today
con
and
artist.
being one of the few
You telling me he conned all of us to vote for him? You telling me he doesn't really care about all of us maggots or maggots? I don't know. What do you call them? Whoever the maggot fans are.
Well, I mean, they got to wake up. This is a cult. You're talking about a cult. He is like Hitler. He has them under his spell.
So is this guy gay or like slow? Like
I'm not sure.
There's something going on.
I mean,
with him.
he sounds like he's from New York.
Yeah.
Master, graduate from the School of New York. He's a master con artist.
I don't know.
All right, so a lot of questions
He's a character.
now being raised after that incident when he jumped in front of the motorcade, how he was able to get so close. There were no hardened barriers to keep people from accessing the street that the motorcade was on. What if he had a gun? Some people were speculating this could have been.
I mean, that's why they have a whole motorcade. You don't know which car he's in. Seriously, there's like 7, 8 cars, and he's in one of them. You don't, and all the cars are bulletproof.
You know how they said Kim Jong-un didn't take a crap, and then they said he had a car that had a toilet in it, because like the theory is that he doesn't poop, right?
Right.
And so they said they had like a limousine with a toilet built into it so that he could poop on the road without anybody seeing him. Right?
Okay.
There's like a weird theory around it. I wonder if Trump's got a poop limousine in
ended
his
up being a
barricade.
must-watch situation, so the Miami Police Department might have to be
cavalcade.
reviewing their security protocols. There are no hardened barricades. People were allowed to cross the street except for a little bit of protection from officers that were on motorcycles. So that is the very latest here from inside the courthouse. Outside the courthouse, Jackie, back to you.
Here's, I think, a little more
right now,
from
noon,
this
the
guy.
protester arrested outside the federal courthouse in downtown Miami during Tuesday's historic arraignment, walking out of jail this morning.
He knew he was going to get arrested. He got arrested on purpose for attention, and he's getting it, so more power to him.
Yeah.
The arrest caught on camera
What
after
if
the
he
man
runs as president and beats Trump and Biden?
dressed as an inmate in a costume there jumped in front of the former president's motorcade.
Now, that incident raising safety concerns about how anyone was able to get that close to the former president's motorcade.
Yeah, but the Miami Police Department, they're touting a job well done.
We have team coverage for you this noon. We want to begin with Julia Bagg live outside the jail where that protester walked out not too long ago, Julia.
Julia Bagg.
Got to get that bag.
Yeah, Roxy, Dominic Santana is charged with disorderly conduct, resisting an officer without violence. Our cameras were rolling as he walked out of the Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center, and he had...
They also said his last name is Santana. He might be like Puerto Rican or
They
something.
just got a food truck parked outside of the prison?
That's probably what he meant when he said he was a minority. He's probably like Puerto Rican or something. I heard a little bit of Spanish in his accent too.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I was also feeling like Jewish.
There's a ton of Puerto Rican. Well, his last name's Santana.
Santana?
Yeah, there's like a ton of Puerto Ricans.
But I was
in New
also
York.
feeling gay, so I'm like, what minority?
He might be gay too.
I was like, what minority is he representing?
I don't know.
I want to know.
Plenty to say.
With his pinstripe prison costume in hand, Dominic Santana stepped out of jail with a new message for former President Donald Trump.
It's your day. Now you're getting locked up. I got locked up too.
He's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, he
I
does
want him
seem
to
a
run.
little. I mean, you got to be crazy to do what he did.
I want him to run.
That's just craziness.
Give him a fucking political show at least. Somebody get him on Cozy.
Because, like, they could have shot him or something and just been like, oh, we thought he had a gun or whatever.
He was
So-
his hands were holding a sign, so that's one point. That's one point to keep him from getting shot, I think. that was
you
a
never
smart
know.
point.
He's like, you know,
he could have had a bomb strapped to him. Be like, they don't know
Something.
how close he could have gotten to the motorcade.
It's not worth like spending the night in jail. I guess maybe he loves it though. He looks so happy.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
who am I to judge?
Who knows what else he's doing with his life? This might be
It's his life too. If he wants to possibly get killed by the Secret Service,
this might be the most excitement he's had in years.
well, this scenario turned out to be the best case for him because like all he did was spend the night in jail and he didn't get killed by the Secret Service. So yeah,
Maybe he is future Vin Diesel.
But he came in and out.
Dude,
no
the
bond.
snap.
I've been there all night.
Police arrested the 61-year-old yesterday after he ran in front of Trump's motorcade as it left the federal courthouse in downtown Miami. It happened after Santana had been facing off with Trump supporters.
I was running away from the mob.
Yeah,
that
sure,
was
while
hitting
holding a
me.
sign at the car.
I just
yeah.
died.
What is this? I mean,
I like
at least own up to it and be like, yeah, I was just holding up a sign in front of Trump's car
For my safety.
I mean,
and all of a sudden, there's the motorcade, and there's my sign. And then I got tackled.
He had
down.
all night to come up with this story.
I like it. Good defense.
It looked like he was just trying to piss off Trump, like, ha ha. That's
Hopefully
what it
they
seemed like
dropped
to
the
me.
charges. Hopefully he just spent a little night in jail, had a little locked up in the Hilton.
Yeah, if anything, it's like disorderly conduct or something because he didn't actually do anything.
Santana said
But
he
who knows?
wanted Trump to see the sign he carried with the words, lock him up.
He should have been locked up long time ago. Long time ago. He's a New York thug.
Santana admits it wasn't the first time he tried to approach Trump's car. And as for the officers who shoved him out of the way,
They had to do their job. They had to do their job. They didn't know if I was armed. The police did a great job.
Aw, what a sweet man.
Now, Santana told me spending the night in jail was worth it. I asked him if
See?
he would step out in front of Trump's motorcade again. He told me absolutely.
Oh, my God.
Reporting live in
Why do they have a
Northwest
food
Miami,
truck
Julia
at the
Dye,
prison?
NBC6 News.
I guess feed all the people working there?
Yeah. I mean, you have to have a lot of people working in a prison.
I'd be so pissed if I was in the prison and I could smell burgers cooking all day and I couldn't
You
have
not
none.
know me, Billy, but I need to tell you something.
Uh-oh.
It makes me sad to tell you this, but I've joined the League of the Fits. I've decided to join up with them to eradicate the fats.
Oh.
Ben
The
isn't
Fits.
on the list just because of how awesome he is.
Oh.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but you can't handle the fats, little fit. You better you better throw a fit. You better throw a temper tantrum. That's the only way a fat's gonna pay attention to you. Psst, we're too busy eating. We don't care about fits. We care about fitting sandwiches in our mouth. That's about it.
Here's Donald Trump. He's still on the campaign trail.
Former Vice President Mike Pence says he, quote, cannot defend what is alleged in the most recent indictment against former President Donald Trump. But despite facing federal charges on his 77th birthday, Trump is focusing on the campaign trail. Madeline Rivera has this story now from Miami.
He's focusing on the positive, guys.
Legal troubles are stacking up for former President Donald Trump. If convicted on federal charges involving the alleged mishandling of classified
it must have been fun to draw his hair.
documents, he could potentially spend the rest of his life behind bars. But the 2024 Republican frontrunner appears to be leaving the courtroom behind while he is on the campaign trail. After pleading not guilty to 37 felony counts on Tuesday,
37?
he flew to New Jersey to make his pitch to voters.
On November 5th, 2024, justice will be done. We will take back our country and we will make America great again.
Trump's campaign says
Make
that
America
fundraiser
fat
hauled
again.
in roughly $2 million. It's still unclear, though, how these historic federal charges will affect his bid for the White House.
Is this groundswell from the base that says you're being persecuted? This is a political persecution. Does it translate into votes?
Oh, by the way, tomorrow on the post show, we're not doing a post show tonight, but tomorrow night we're going to do one, and we're going to read through a little bit. We're doing a new review series.
Ooh.
And we're gonna start reading through ISOM.
Lit.
Yep. We're all as all of the $10 plus patrons and us, we're all gonna read through it over the next couple weeks here, and then we'll decide if it was worth the $40 price tag that all these people swear.
For one, ISOM 2 is coming out, and for $100, you can get ISOM 2 with a foil cover.
Ooh,
it's a shiny
Can
cover.
I bake a potato in it?
You could probably smoke some fucking freebase methamphetamine off of it. A little crack.
2024 election has prosecutors pushing for a speedy trial.
Who's this Hunter
Legal
Biden looking
experts say the
motherfucker?
Justice Department has to follow a long-standing integrity policy.
They have a policy not to take actions that could influence election. The first election, the primary, is in February. So that would put a trial in November.
But
That's so close, too. Like, the primaries are starting in February. You know, we're usually whoever wins Iowa and New Hampshire, they kind of start to pick up steam. So I guess we'll see. It's funny because Iowa is not they make Iowa matter more than it should because there's not a huge voting base in Iowa. Like, it's not a highly populated state, but we make that like a very important. It's, you know what it is? It's like tradition. For some reason, it's still a tradition, even though like you can win or lose Iowa. Like, it doesn't matter.
We know why they start in Iowa. It's kissing the ring of big corn. Every president can't win without kissing the ring of big corn.
Classified
And
nature
corn
of the
in
evidence
America.
could drag out proceedings.
They put corn in our gasoline. That's how much corn runs America.
Some Republicans with time to weigh their options.
I'd like to see it go through the system before I make any decisions.
In the meantime, Trump is still assembling his legal team as we wait for an official trial date.
Yeah.
In Miami, Mal Rivera, Fox
It's
32
crazy.
Chicago.
We think that it's one man, one vote in America, but human beings actually only get 3/5 of a vote compared to how much vote an ear of corn gets. It's so fucked up. Big corn runs this country.
At 6, we are waiting for former President Donald Trump to land in New Jersey just hours after pleading not guilty to federal charges in Miami. I'm Rick Fulbaum.
And I'm Sean Gables. Trump is accused of mishandling highly classified documents.
The amount of corn produced in America would make the ancient Maya maize cry with joy.
Until they tasted the corn and realized how overproduced and flavorless it was compared to the delicious blue maize.
I love cooking corn on a grill.
Grilled corn?
Yeah, I love it. Put some like grill marks in it, like char marks on it. Very good.
No, look, corn is probably delicious. I'll admit that. But it shouldn't be running our country.
After his arraignment in Florida, the former president's motorcade was bombarded with supporters, protesters, and reporters. And before taking off, he spoke publicly for the first time since facing a judge.
I think it's a rigged deal here. We have a rigged country. We have a country that's corrupt. We have a country that's got no borders. We have
Look
a
at
country
the
that's
guy
got
just shaking his head behind him. Yeah, you're right, Mr. President.
You tell him. This is Biff from Back to the Future and all of his little bully cronies.
Yep.
Yeah, Biff, you tell him, Biff.
The former president faces 37 criminal counts. The charges include willful retention of national defense information, conspiracy to obstruct justice, false statements, and more.
Our political reporter Doug Reardon is live at the Fulton County Courthouse in downtown Atlanta. Doug, former President Trump's next legal battle could happen right here in Georgia.
Right, it absolutely could. We, in fact, anticipated. And those scenes that we've been seeing outside of the federal courthouse in Miami, packed with former President Donald Trump's supporters, could unfold here.
Did they just give the guy who brings Coke a microphone and put him on the news?
As early as August, if charges come against the president and some of his allies for their alleged tampering in the 2020 election results here in Georgia. But for today, it is all about what is happening in Miami and those very serious and historic federal charges.
This is obviously very, very serious, both in terms of the potential penalties involved, but also the possible consequences.
Donald Trump's history making federal charges are substantial, says Clark Cunningham, a law professor with Georgia State
I could be
University.
wrong. I don't see Trump actually doing any prison time.
I don't see it, but it's possible.
And I see all of this only fueling his presidential campaign.
We'll see.
Stronger and stronger.
They have heard them categorized as mishandling of classified documents.
That's his Archie comic collection.
But Cunningham says the charges are
It's
far
on the
worse
fucking
than that.
stage.
And what he's
It's
accused
in the bathroom.
Stuff is having
How big is this house where you can just have a stage, a bathroom, and a side room full of boxes and you not even care?
Yeah,
like
he
it's
doesn't
been
care.
years.
It's clutter.
It's clutter. He's like, yeah, this house is so big. I don't never gonna take a shit in that bathroom.
I bet you there's rooms in his own house that he's never been in.
Interesting.
And control of those documents relating to the
I kind of got that from the first Tim Burton Batman, because Bruce Wayne is like, they're like in this room in his mansion, and he's like, I don't know if I've ever even been in this room before.
Yeah,
and he's in the house that he's lived in his whole life.
Defense, and refusing to give them back to the United States.
Huge.
That's a very.
I think I'm like a rich person living in a poor person's body. Because every time I dream of
Does that mean
being
you're trans rich?
I think so, yeah. Every time
you identify as rich?
Every time I dream of the house I'm living in, the house is always like bigger. It's the same house I live in, but it's always got like extra wings.
That
and
kind of
units.
shit happens in dreams.
I think I know when I sleep and I dream, I should be in a gigantic mansion, no matter how big the house is.
In other words, it's
in
not
real
Trump's
life.
handling of the documents. It's that he wasn't allowed to have them in the first place and allegedly refused to return them. The charges Trump faces carry between 5 and 20 years in federal prison, but Cunningham thinks because of his age and status as a former president, Trump likely won't see the inside of a cell if he's convicted. And as he campaigns,
Which sucks because most other people would.
The things he says can come.
Like if we had like over 30 federal charges against us, we wouldn't be flying around the country like he is.
Prosecution in my.
Shkreli had 8. Martin Shkreli had 8, and he's out of prison, but he can't leave New York State. he ain't going to be able to run around.
So let me
like Trump.
guess. While he was awaiting trial, he stayed in jail the whole time.
Shkreli?
Billy suffers from a mental condition known as transclassism.
It's not fair. It's not fair, Drag on the West. He didn't stay in jail the whole time. It was when he put a bounty on Hillary Clinton's hair to clone her. He like made a joke that he'd pay $5,000 for a strand of Hillary Clinton's hair to clone her. When he made that joke, they locked him up as for threatening.
They were saying that was like an inciting.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, we're gonna lock you up because you can't incite violence against a
Anything
politician.
he said at the GOP convention last Saturday, what he said in New Hampshire, what he says on the campaign trail, all of which is recorded. Any of those statements could be introduced against him at a criminal trial.
Even Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, on the eve of Trump's arraignment, making another plea to Republicans to move on from the former president.
That we have to have a candidate that tells people what we are for and stay focused on the future, and then we have to be able to win to govern.
Well, thank you, Kemp.
Now, Cunningham added that there is nothing stopping
This guy is
the
such a
former
coke
president
dealer.
from running for re-election, as he, of course, intends to do in the upcoming 2024 election cycle. He could run under indictment. He could run from a jail cell, Cunningham said. The only thing that could prevent him from running would be a third impeachment.
He's got to have a teener in his pocket next to that
they are within their
folded
rights
up
to do.
handkerchief.
We're outside the Fulton County Courthouse.
So he would have to be impeached again, and they would have to ban him from being able to run again in that impeachment. That's the only. He just said he could run from a jail cell if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Here's a little more on this.
Former President Donald.
Oh no, I don't want to watch Rachel Maddow. I didn't know this was a Rachel Maddow.
Are you sure this isn't Tucker?
No, it's Rachel Maddow.
Oh.
I didn't know it was a Rachel Maddow video. So I do have Trump's first remark after he was arraigned.
What did that Trump say?
Oh man, that Trump said all kinds of stuff.
What?
That Trump.
Look at that Trump. What did that Trump say?
Oh God.
Is that Good Charlotte?
Oh my God. How long is this going to go on?
Does Trump come out to My Chemical Romance now? What is that?
It was I'm proud to be an American.
Oh, my ears are shot.
What is the audio on this?
How cool would it be if Trump got an emo haircut? This is the worst audio.
Hopefully they fix it.
The most evil abuse of power.
Sitting president had his top political opponent arrested on fake and
This is from CNBC's YouTube channel.
Wow.
How do they not know how to mic a speech?
What if they do know how and they were just trying to quell Trump's words?
charges of which he and numerous other presidents would be guilty.
They're-
In the middle of the presidential election,
Rachel Maddow's vocal style remind me a lot of Rosie O'Donnell, or maybe they have the same accent.
I don't know.
Lebanese or Lesbanese?
Let's see if it gets better. No, it's terrible the entire time.
This is horrible.
Yeah, is there another one? God, man, this is ridiculous. Let's see.
Danny, thanks. I want to get
Danny, thanks.
I'm checking to see if this is
them from the
better.
Department of Justice.
Let's
that-
see. Where-
Danny, there is a
Who
political
the fuck is
Okay,
Danny?
whatever. It's NBC News stuff.
Is that Rachel Maddow and Trump's hairline there?
Yes.
This is all so strange right now.
Dude,
did we do acid?
Did you see how Trump came after Chris Christie and made like a fat joke against him?
Better not.
He did.
Better not, Trump.
Check this
Republican
out.
presidential
Because
candidate
Trump's so
and former
skinny.
New Jersey Governor,
Yeah,
Chris
exactly.
Christie. So yesterday,
Chris Christie is fatter than Trump, though.
Sounds like he's being recorded through a shoe. More money for the tip.
Thank
More money,
you.
more tip. Yeah, you say Chris Christie is fatter than
He
Trump,
is. Objectively, he is.
but Trump is closer to being thin than Chris Christie is. So because Trump's closer to being thin, it's actually fatter for Trump not to be thin than it is for Chris Christie.
You'll see the fat joke. You tell me if you think it's funny.
when you announced that you were running for president,
Obviously, Trump didn't Trump just shared something that makes fun of Chris Christie being fat.
you called Trump a former friend, a quote, lonely, self-consumed, self-serving mirror.
Is this
hog.
Jake Tapper and
You've been
Cake
rather
Grabber?
unsparing in your criticism. We should note that you might have people out there who are skeptical of this because when you dropped out in 2016, you endorsed him.
Yeah, he kissed the ring back in the day. Like, he ran against, because he was running for president against Trump, and when it was clear Trump got the nomination, he kissed his ring, and now he's against him again.
Fatter than Billy. I have spoken.
I've spoken.
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
Do you remember when Chris Christie and Trump had their falling out?
I'm trying to remember, but
Okay, so Chris Christie was helping Trump with the debates
Yeah.
when he was getting reelected, and they got COVID, and Trump had the crazy Air Force One COVID treatment. He had the #1 presidential treatment, and Chris Christie almost died. He was in the hospital
There you go.
for a month, and Trump was not cool. like about any of it. Trump was caring about himself, and Chris Christie almost died. And Chris Christie was like, "Fuck this guy. He gave me COVID and left me to die."
Yeah.
You ran his transition. You helped coach him for debates. What do you say to people who say, you know, this guy has always been this way? You just enabled him, and now you're changing your mind.
Now, look, you know, back in 2016, Jake, it was clear to me he was going to be the nominee. I had a long relationship with him at that time, over 15 years, and I thought I could help to make him a better candidate and a better president if he won. And I didn't want Hillary Clinton to be president, and that's why I ran in the first place. Turned out I was wrong. I couldn't make him a better candidate, and I couldn't make him a better president. And he disappointed me, and he disappointed a lot of people in my party and a lot of people in this country by the way he performed.
Damn.
And for me, the breaking point was election night 2020, when he's out there at 2:30 in the morning claiming the election was stolen, when I knew he had no evidence to prove that. And when you undercut democracy in that way, you have forfeited the trust, in my view, to hold that office that he's now trying to regain. And so, yeah,
I want to see where he's at in the polls, because talking like this doesn't work on his side. You have to be crazy. You have to be just as crazy as the Republican voters.
DJ Cryptos Rock says, "I hope Christie wins. He can regulate bathtub sizes." Which president was the one that got stuck in the bathtub?
Taft.
He got stuck in the fucking White House bathtub.
Yeah.
He was fatting around in the
They
bathtub.
made a big bathtub, like a giant bathtub for him.
That's so dope.
all those things, and I make no apologies for them. But when I make a misjudgment, I'll admit it. And I thought I could make him better, and it wound up I couldn't. In fact, he was much worse.
So Trump, last night in response to you running, ran a rather mocking video on social media.
Oh, shit.
There it is.
There it is.
He's at a buffet.
Yum.
I guess he's making fun of your weight. That's his.
There's some sausages, I think, over
I
on
think
the
there's
left.
some pizza sticks and some onion rings.
What did you make of that?
Maybe
What
a
was your
little baked
response to that?
ziti.
You know, when I saw Jake, it just renewed in my own mind what a child he is. He's a baby. Whenever you want to criticize him in any way, that's the way he responds. And you and I are both lucky enough to be parents. And if we had a child who conducted themselves like that,
Now I want to watch Chris Christie at a buffet and see what he actually eats.
His plate was packed.
That was good plating.
Yep.
Now I want to know if he could do a better buffet than that. I want to see Chris Christie at the buffet. I'll vote for him.
character is
Fuck, I'll
destiny.
vote Republican first time in my life if he goes to the buffet instead of doing like rallies. He just hits up every American buffet.
I had a cousin that worked for a catering company, and his company got hired to serve food at this pancake breakfast that George W. Bush put on during his campaign.
Yeah.
And so my cousin served pancakes to George W. Bush. It was so weird. And he had to go through all this crazy background checks and shit, and it was unbelievable.
Pancake breakfasts are the best charity scam because you can charge like $100 a
Pancakes
plate,
are cheap.
$1,000 a plate, and you just make the cheapest food.
Yeah.
And people don't complain because they're there to fucking throw money at your campaign.
Yeah.
And they're pancakes, even though they're cheap. Pancakes might be the tastiest cheap food.
They're up there.
They're like they kind of beat rice, right? Like rice is great. Don't get me wrong.
There's some way, like risotto.
But does it maintain its cheapness at that point when you start adding the cheese and stuff to it that risotto takes?
I don't know.
For this country.
Waffle Wednesday
And
is
we've gotta
highly offended.
I do
Damn.
prefer waffles to pancakes.
A decision about what the character of the person should be who sits behind the desk in the Oval Office.
I might go
And
to
if
New
they're gonna do
Jersey
that
just
kind
to
of
talk
stuff,
business with Chris Christie.
doesn't
He's
need-
going to run for
it's
president. I'll
so
run on his campaign.
Childish. It's so juvenile. He is such a spoiled baby that, you know, beyond that, what can you even say about something like that that's that ridiculous? You know, if we want to break news here today, I've struggled with my weight for about 20 years, like tens of millions of Americans.
The devil, you say.
Right, exactly.
For 20 years.
So he's breaking news there. He's telling people something they don't know. In the end, for me, it's about how you perform as a person.
Oh, I think it's
Yeah.
say
What kind of heart
sexually.
you have.
As long as he can get his
And
dick hard, he
I'll
doesn't
put
care how
mine
big
up
his
against
belly
his any
is.
day in the week.
So, on the subject of you admitting mistakes, you were pretty candid last night about some of those mistakes in your speech.
Yeah, Chris Christie wasn't fat when he was younger. So that's why he said 20 years, because he's like in his late 50s or whatever. Yeah, I just looked up some like younger photos of him where he's like a younger adult, and he's not fat at
So
all.
what point in his life did he decide to start hitting the Twinkie?
I don't know. Like here's like a younger picture of him, maybe like early 20s or something.
Dude, those sweaters were the shit in the 80s. He got a bit of a chonk face there.
He was getting it was coming in.
Yeah.
There's no belly though, as far as I can see. He is wearing a tuxedo though, and that kind of hides shit. So
What sort of flowers is his wife holding? Are those lilacs?
no, those lilacs are like very small, like pink.
I don't know my flowers.
Yeah, that is definitely
What
not
are
a
those,
lilac. I don't know what it
petunias,
is, but
tulips?
it's not a lilac.
Somebody tell me what those are, because I'll never stop thinking about that until one of you tell me
Last night,
what type of flower
I don't have
she's
time
holding.
to play the excerpt, but one of the you talked about the Bridgegate scandal,
Right?
It's a lily.
And
thank you.
trusting people you shouldn't have trusted, and also do you admit setting a tone that those people thought that would be something that you would find acceptable?
Well, no, I didn't admit that, Jake. And
I'm asking if you admit
No,
that.
I don't. I didn't set that tone. And in fact, anybody who knew me and watched how I conducted myself as governor, I was very straightforward, direct, blunt at times. But I also did things regularly on a bipartisan basis. Working with Democrats, I had a Democratic legislature, as you know, for 8 years. Yeah. And so
Here's another thing where he's going to lose voters. People on his side don't want him to do bipartisan. Well, both sides at this point. We're so polarized. Bipartisan shit, they don't want that. They want to keep pushing in the direction that they want you to move. They don't want you to compromise.
You couldn't do those kind of things. And think
Hell's
that was
Only
consistent
says
with-
this motherfucker is hated in New Jersey.
Of course.
He's not the governor anymore?
Not anymore.
the way I conducted
Now he's just
myself
running
as
for
governor.
president?
I worked with the Senate president, the speaker. We passed significant legislation, got hundreds of judges appointed to the bench.
Pension reform.
Yeah. Property tax cap. Things that people never thought could get done. That's not the tone.
So sorry to interrupt, but what lesson do you think you learned then?
That personnel is policy.
Yeah.
That you have to be even more careful that there's no insignificant appointment, no insignificant hire, because that person acts in your name every day. And when they're distant from you, like these folks were, physically distant from you, I think there's times when you can think, well, it'll be fine, and you don't see them every day. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
And they made a mistake in judgment, horrible mistake in judgment. They paid for it.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Like, no one, if you believe the polls, Trump is just destroying everybody else. Like, it's not even close at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Chris Christie is a dishonest little weasel. He's a self-serving opportunist.
Of
and
course
when
he
he
is.
gets caught and criticized, he says, "Oh, I made a mistake. Whoops. #TeamFit."
No.
I remember when he closed all the beaches in New Jersey, and then someone saw him and his family having a private beach
That was
time
different.
together.
He got beached. He rolled up on the shore with the other whales.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing family stuff. His family was trying to pull him off with the other whales. He had just happened to blubber his way up there because he's such a fat pig. I can make the joke, guys, because I'm a Democrat.
Yeah, DeSantis is the only person who's like even close, and it's still so far away.
We'll see what happens.
Looks like Pence is in third place, which is surprising. Not by much, but as of the latest polling, Pence is in third
Do
place.
we know how recently this was updated?
Yeah, it's cumulative, based on all of these polls combined.
Huh.
And looks like right now, the most recent, some of these polls came in on the 13th. I was thinking, DeSantis, he shouldn't have announced his campaign on Twitter. He should have done the more traditional, big stage, big crowd of people, that kind of thing. I think that probably would have resonated better than a shitty Twitter space.
Elon probably gave him some buckers.
It was a horrible choice because he hardly got any boost at all. Actually, it looks like he kind of went down a little bit since he made his official announcement. That's not supposed
Did
to
Trump
happen.
also go down?
Yeah, but they were a little closer at one point.
Yeah.
And now it's such a gap. Something, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of time. 4 years ago, Biden wasn't anywhere on the map. Biden was towards the bottom, and there was like Warren and who else was kind of towards the top.
They had the
Bernie was doing well for a little while too.
Kamala Harris was up there. Cory Booker was up there.
Yeah, and they were like switching.
Buttigieg
did pretty
had
well.
a run. It was moving around. What's this Fitz? They have a bunch of Fitz on the side here and a fat. Why are they got one fat and 5 Fitz?
This is a crazy story. Check
Well,
this out.
mourners were left stunned when a woman knocked on her coffin during her own wake. This is the stuff of nightmares here. A 76-year-old woman in Ecuador was declared dead at a hospital over the weekend after a possible stroke and cardiac arrest. But during the wake, Bella Montoya was hitting from the inside of the coffin, trying
that's so
to get
scary.
out. She was taken back to the hospital. Her current condition is now unknown.
She was taken back to the hospital where they killed her and put her back in the coffin.
Health there says a government investigation is now underway.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, that would be terrible to like almost die and then be alive, but you're in a coffin and everyone thinks you're dead.
What if she did die, but she like beat the Grim Reaper at a game? Like you're supposed to be able to play the Grim Reaper one game upon death, and if you can beat him, he'll give you your life back.
This sounds insane.
It was a plot point in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
That's not real life.
Maybe.
Well, you've probably seen dolphins or maybe even a shark at the beach, but what about a bear? A black
That'd be
bear
so
caught
weird.
beachgoers by surprise in Destin, Florida, when it appeared seemingly out of nowhere,
Did you see the guy that got
swimming in the Gulf of
eaten
Mexico.
by a shark in
As
Egypt?
the bear came to shore, those on the beach
It's a little bear.
scrambled to get out of its way.
Imagine
One
if you were
charter boat
afraid of
captain
sharks
said
and you
bear
got eaten by a
sightings
bear
are not
when
uncommon.
swimming.
Yeah.
That'd be so
There are a lot
fucked.
of bears
It's a small
nearby, and if
bear,
you have more
though.
You
space
spend your
and
whole
the
life
animals
staying
often
out of
go
the
for a
water
swim.
because you're afraid of sharks, and finally you talk yourself into it. You get in and you get mauled by a bear.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's time we check in with our buddy Cobes. Everyone, please like the stream. Give us a like. We're already at 20% of our goal. This is the first show of the week. That's promising. We got another show tomorrow. We got Lord Magicus joining us. So,
LM?
Yep, Lord Magicus. And then after the show is over on the post show, we're going to do a review of probably like the first 2 chapters of Isom. We're gonna do a live reaction to this masterpiece of modern fiction, Isom.
From the great writer Eric D. July.
Yes.
Eric is actually short for erectile, and the D is short for dysfunction.
And July is what, his birth month or something?
It has nothing to do with his penis.
Here's some Cobes.
Cutting back on drinking, aka drinking competition.
What up, YouTube? We're chilling like rockstar villains. Drinking on some water. Been cutting down on my drinking the last couple of days.
I'll drink to that.
Haven't really had
That's
any
most
alcohol.
definitely what's up.
And I'm just fine with that. It's good to take a hydration break. I'm going to do a hangout stream. Just hang out with you for an hour at least.
Cobes played the national anthem in honor of Flag Day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to his channel while I was setting up the stream, and he had a brand new video, and it was him playing the national anthem, and he was like, Happy Flag Day.
Now, I want to apologize for the opening in my Pizza Hut review. I still got plenty of that pizza left. I was hangry, and I kept on fucking up on the video, and I got mad at myself, and that doesn't excuse my behavior, nor does it excuse me being hard on myself. What's up, YouTube? It's your favorite fat, ugly, balding, retard, useless, dumb fuck.
Where did he mess up? Where's the mess
I
up?
got it with another video. So we have a pizza from Pizza Hut. I've already had 2 slices.
Yum.
The first slice I tried to eat, the toppings just fell off. It was impossible to eat because I got extra cheese. That tends to happen when you do shit like that. So I let it cool off.
Is
And
he
I'm
just
like,
pissed
I'll
off
just-
at himself because he put too many toppings on a pizza?
Why would he be pissed off about that? That's what he lives
He
for.
usually does, but he started this video so angry. I wonder if it was just because his toppings were falling off.
21 and up.
Redo the review.
I didn't know this because I don't smoke cigarettes, and I'm 42, so it's been forever since I was too young to smoke. But I didn't know that like nationwide cigarettes are 21 and up now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they passed I think it was while Trump was president, they passed like 21 and up federal smoking age, which is crazy.
Do kids
For
even
me.
smoke anymore? Like,
I mean,
is it
some
cool?
do, obviously.
The second attempt at redoing it, I mixed up my pizza companies.
It's definitely way down from how it used to be. Like,
Yeah.
my grandparents and my parents' generations, they smoked everywhere.
Yeah, grandparents had to smoke. Like it was part of the food pyramid at the time.
So I'm like, you know what? We'll just delete the video and try it again. Let's watch the stupid, ugly, fat retard eat pizza because this will be fun. It's
I'm
always
eating
fun
pizza?
watching me, make a complete fat ass of myself.
We
There's
do
the
like
pizza.
it, Copes. Dude, that reminds me when I worked at Domino's. I would always get all the toppings loaded on my pizza.
Okay, here it goes, folks.
And the
Fat,
dough,
ugly retard pizza eating going in.
It is too much.
the dough wouldn't even cook under all the toppings when I would do it.
Yeah, like
I'll be eating this pizza for the.
you could, in theory, at Mod Pizza, order just everything, and it just would be. You'd have more topping than bread at that point.
One time I was in line and the guy ahead of me was this big fat dude.
And he did all of it.
He literally
and all the sauces and everything.
He couldn't shut the fucking lid when they went to it was
stupid.
It was seriously like this fucking tall. He was like, just put it on, put more on.
For those of you who don't know, Mod Pizza, they don't charge by the topping. You can get every topping on the menu and the pizza's the same price.
Yeah.
So
one
it's
flat fee.
Yeah, so you could, in theory, order everything on the menu all in one pizza, and it would be gross.
And I seen this guy do it, and it was amazing. And I watched him eat it. He ate like half of the thing,
And then he died?
No, then he like took the other half, shook it around, fit it in a box because
Was it
wouldn't
extra
shut.
bread, the extra dough?
I don't think he even did extra dough.
Okay.
I think he
Because they
just-
can do that. Because they're normally like brick oven style
Yeah.
pizzas, so they're kind of thin, and but they're not crispy. They're soft. But you can you can order like thicker crust too, which I never do.
Yeah,
Next
the mega
couple of
dough
days.
Hawkeye knows.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut is not a sponsor. This is just free advertisement.
Not a sponsor.
Philly cheesesteak pizza. Now keep in mind,
I
this
like
isn't
Philly
authentic
cheesesteak pizza.
Philadelphia cheesesteak. This is just a pale intimidation.
A pale intimidation.
No,
he means imitation.
Yeah,
that's not the word. What's the word?
you got it. Coach.
Imitation. There we go.
Hell yeah.
It's a pale imitation of the real thing.
Pale intimidation is like the Ku Klux
So
Klan.
that's always fun.
Yeah, Wheezy's in the chat.
Appreciate
They're
you.
not a sponsor, Wheezy. Wheezy thought Pizza Hut was a sponsor. Fucking Wheezy. You're just so trusting. That's the problem. You know, Wheezy also often falls for things Trumpster Bob says. Wheezy is so trusting. That's the only downfall, Wheezy,
Trumpster
is
Bob.
that you're pure. That's your only downfall, is that you're so fucking pure.
Trumpster Bob.
Y'all donating.
Pale intimidation would be a cool hipster variant of the KKK. Says
Shout
Captain
out.
Kool-Aid.
You know what to
Willie.
do. Better not go live, boy. Well, thanks, Nathan, for your 1 cent. I'm live right now. Nothing you can do about it, bud. No one's forcing you to watch my live videos. You know what I find really amusing about my YouTube trolls, to be honest, YouTube? They spend every day telling me not to go live, and it's like, it doesn't determine my decision whether I go live or not. No one's forcing
Good
you
for
to
you.
watch my videos, dude.
His trolls are doing something kind of mean now, and we'll get to that.
Playing a game with the Grim Reaper in exchange for your life was the basis of the Swedish film The Seventh Seal, which Bill and Ted paid homage to. If you notice that death is a sore loser.
Yeah, they're like calling like animal services on him, trying to get his Puff taken away. It's kind of
Messed
mean.
up,
yeah.
dude.
The documentary will be out sometime next week.
Because it looks fine. I would understand if there was actually something weird that happened or it looked really sick or something, but it looks fine. So
He's
they're
just puffing.
Yeah.
We're finalizing it as we speak, or should I say your favorite son is? That's what's up.
That's most definitely
Went a
what's
little
up.
broke over the weekend doing food reviews and getting food for Puff, but that's all right.
Puff.
Look, who cares if I'm fat? I'm not a stupid retard. I'm a lot smarter than people give me credit for.
That's
Although
true.
when things don't go perfect, or like we all get mad at ourselves, I tend to, you know. But I'm working on it.
One of my favorites was when he kept realizing that he had misspelled something on his new T-shirt, and then he would fix it, and then he would look, and there'd be like another misspelling on it.
Gotten better over the years. I won't say it's perfect, but it has gotten better. So I heard that
Misspelling is punk
Windy
rock.
City Deliveries is closing their doors. I can honestly say that sucks because I thoroughly enjoyed their service. I always gave their drivers 5-star reviews. It was a nifty little deal in Casper, especially in the wintertime when you couldn't walk anywhere. Speaking of winter, Sam Hyde wants me on Fish Tank, and I'd be happy to go on when the weather is more warm.
Oh,
I
shit.
appreciate the opportunity that Sam Hyde
He'll go
is
on
off-
Fish Tank when weather permit.
But isn't it warm? I mean, it's mid-June. Is the weather? I mean, where is the fish tank?
Rhode Island.
I'm sure it's warm there right now this time of year.
Possibly.
offering, and I'd definitely take him up on it when the weather's warmer. Only reason is because I gotta take care of Puff, dude.
This person misspelled moron. I
Keep
like
asking
that.
me, you need to go on Fish Tank? You gonna go on Fish Tank? And I'm like, yes, I would love to go on Fish Tank with Sam Hyde and a bunch of other awesome content creators. You know, drink, smoke, party, chill out.
Dude, I kind of want to watch him and Airsoft Fatty have philosophical life conversations.
The only thing I didn't like about the show Fish Tank was how classless people were being. You know, it's like Sam Hyde's offering you a chance, and you just trash the house. It's disgusting.
To be fair, Sam Hyde was also trashing the house at points.
But I'd
That was
love to
part
go
of
on Fish Tank with Sam Hyde. The offer sounds too good to be true, you know?
Too good
They're
to
like,
be true.
We're
What
gonna
a
fill
sweet
his
boy
room up full
Cobes
of
is.
cartons of cigarettes. And I'm just like, yes. Keep in mind that winters in Casper consist of snow covering your entire fucking car.
What car?
You
You
live
don't
in a
have a
mountain
car.
town, you're going to get snow.
Fuck you, trolls.
You know, the opportunity to
Processing.
get my channel more exposure, win some cash, make some friends.
Yeah.
It's an awesome opportunity to be on Fish Tank, and I appreciate the offer. I'm definitely down. You know,
Nice. That's going to be
when
good.
the weather's more warm, you know. I don't feel like I'm famous enough on YouTube to be on Fish Tank anyway, but that's just me being humble.
Oh, King, young Joshua, you are just perfect for Fish Tank. You're just perfect for it.
No, I thought long and hard.
Cobra really want to go on Fish Tank. He first said he has to find someone to watch Puff. Now he's worried about Puff being cold, like the person watching him is just going to leave him outside.
If weather permit.
Right about this, and I would go on Fish Tank if next season was in the warmer months.
Yeah, what they need to
But
do
right
is
now-
just give Cobra his own puff tank. Give him the fucking lizard tank. The snake tank. The snake pit. Give him a snake pit.
Taking care of Puff is more important. My trolls need psychological help more than I do. Jesus Christ. But fuck those losers. If they were not jealous of Cobra, they wouldn't fuck with me. That's just how it is.
Fact. Is Cobra monetized on YouTube?
I am not monetized, no.
There's the answer.
$25. Noise. My account is in the negative from ordering Puff food and doing food hacks for myself and reviews over the weekend. So,
chat's on.
Yeah,
He's
I do
broke.
appreciate all the generosity.
Because he does turn it off.
You don't have to donate, but if you do, it's greatly appreciated. Grant, thank you for your troll donation of $1.36. What you should have said is, your cock smells.
Oh?
I'm sorry to hear your cock smells, Grant. Maybe
Now
you
you
might
have
want
my
to wash up with some
attention.
tactical soap and it
What does
won't
it smell
stink.
like? Poop?
That's not how bullying works, dumbass. Bullies are supposed to take money away from their bully victims, not give them money. My trolls are stupid. Like, beyond stupid. Like I said, you guys don't have to donate, but if you do, it's appreciated. Don't have any beer to drink, and I'm fine with that. I would crack open a beer if I had one. If it's so boring, then I'll just block you from my channel. Save you the fucking headache. Again, if you don't like my content, why watch? And if you want to smell sexy for the ladies, check out Tactical Soap. Coupon code KingCobra. Oh, you're
Coupon
funny,
code
Dan.
King
Dan
Cobra.
needs a bath, I guess. Thanks for your $1, dude. First time donor, long time fan. Please do the famous Cobra hiss, whatever that means.
Can Cobra
Also-
set up donations to have a minimum?
I don't know if you can do that on Cash App.
Yeah.
So
I feel
he
like
gets he gets $1 donations. He could just ignore them. He could just say like I'm only gonna read $5
My cock
plus.
smells and tastes. Y'all see?
Y'all see?
Y'all see?
How much would it take
I'm the adorable Hulk.
to slither on the ground like a snake? I'm not capable of doing that, but I appreciate the support.
That's good. Yeah, hey, you tried it.
Cope 10. Thank you for your 10 cents. I don't care
10 cents? It should not be able to even accept a 10-cent donation. That's ridiculous.
As much
That's nothing.
If they don't take anything from it, then I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe accept it, but that's
Yeah.
what a. I wish there was a way to only have the messages come in for $5, so all these haters had to put their money where their mouth was. Then I wouldn't feel bad for Cobes at all. Like read through all the shit, get all fucking riled up. It's $5. Let's go.
My dry spell ends, bud. That's her choice, not mine. There's this thing called consent.
I cannot wait until his dry spell ends.
Fucking, I'm more obsessed with her than
Did we
I am.
ever hear from that girl that he blocked that was interested in him on Instagram? Wasn't she like doing cover videos of him or something? There was like an Instagram girl.
Yeah, she was. They were YouTube shorts.
Shorts, the YouTube shorts, and then he blocked her, right?
I think so. At least she said he did, but who knows?
I want to know what she's up to, and we need more women having sex with King Cobra. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, even one would be more. Like any number is more than 0.
So if you're watching right now and you're a woman that meets Cobra's standards, you could be the one that ends the streak. Think about that, lady.
Yeah, you're not even a real... That is such bullshit. I'm not reading that out loud. And thank you to the trolls for donating money to my Cash App. I really appreciate it. You want to call me a fucking e-beggar and make fun of me for making money on the internet, and then you give me money. It's like... I don't understand.
They do it so they can give you shit about it.
People are crazy, Josh.
Yep.
Let them send that money in. Get paid.
Why did Big Diesel tagged me in something? And I'm like, what is the meaning of this?
Is it the diesel pick?
Well, look at this person's Twitter ID.
Oh, come on.
What?
Come on. Leave Danny G. German out of
Danny
this.
G. German.
Leave Danny G. German out of this.
Danny G.
Here's 5 fitty e-beggars.
Hey,
Thank
550. Big titties and 5 fitties. We are $4.50 away from 25% of tonight's goal.
The logic behind
This
that.
week's
So I
goal
think my
tonight.
trolls are
Wow.
secretly retarded.
What?
I don't have
Cobra
a kid
has a kid?
yet. I wouldn't mind
Yet.
starting a family if I built my clock tower dream house. If If I had a son, I'd name him Jason. If I had a daughter, I'd name her Lilith. And they take my last name as their middle name, and then my baby mama's last name as their last name.
Oh. Jason Saunders Page.
You're going to do a Scooby-Doo remake and then not even include Scooby-Doo. That's what irritated me about the series.
Yeah, yes, that was trash. I don't even think it exists anymore.
The Velma show?
Yeah, does it?
I have no idea. I watched the first episode just to see how bad it really could be, and it was pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah,
it was really terrible.
It's just
$21. Sweet.
Jason
Thank you,
Voorhees Saunders. No, he was going to let the wife's last name be the last name. It'd be Jason Saunders Voorhees if he married Mark Voorhees.
Came here from another YouTube video. I was told you're a low-cal piece of shit, but you're actually kind of based. As a new fan, I would like to know, what is your favorite drink combo?
Okay.
Good question. Thank you, Kyla, for your donation. My main go-to is Jack Daniel's regular with Monster Green Energy.
What do you call that combo?
AJ Universe, your big homie Alpha, Kenny Body, and I am... And we.
I want to thank Danny.
Oh, they got him. They got him with it.
I want to thank Danny G. German for the 10-cent dono.
Yeah, listen. They got him with the old school we ta did.
2 is Jack Daniel's regular with Monster Green Energy. Shout out to AJ Universe, your big homie Alpha, Kenny Body, and I am. And we. Todd did. That's what's up.
That's most definitely what's up.
Your 50 cents.
I usually throw in Sofa King also. Sofa King we ta did. Like that.
Got 75 tapes left of the new album, so check that out. Greatly appreciated. That's much better. Only negative $38.88.
All right, Cubs.
That looks much better. It went in the negative because I was providing content for you cool Cobras over the weekend and getting puffers some food. Now I want to end the live stream. I want all you trolls to be good little trolls and go to your KingCobraJFS subreddit and suck me off while you talk about how awesome I am.
Oh.
That's a good little troll. Go to the subreddit and get mad and jealous about how much money Cobra makes. Oh. Damn, son. $29.20 in my Cash App balance. Ooh-wee.
So he's out of the green now? Or out of the red? He's back into the green?
No, I'm not late for work, Jordan. You're late for the stream when I tune in.
Young Cobra.
Thanks for your $1.20 donation. Well, it's been over an hour. I guess I'll have to hit you up on the next one. Thank you for your donations.
Clock Tower Dreamhouse coming in nicely, tubes. Bog Irwin, Sicko Hunter, starring King Cobra,
Sicko
JFS,
Hunter.
and Puff. Top of the morning to you.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy King Cobra JFS back at it for another
Sicko
video.
Hunter.
Yes. It's a puffer.
Everyone like the stream. If you haven't liked it already, please do so. It helps us out a lot. And by the way, we're almost a quarter of the way to the goal. That's amazing.
Oh, you're good, Puff.
Little Puff pass.
I love my boy Puff. He's a handsome lizard. That's my boy Puffers. I love my lizard so much, YouTube. Oh, he loves me too. Yes.
I like
Drinking a spike.
I like a fucking animal that just sits on your shoulder. That's cool.
Strawberry Steel Reserve. Thank you, CJ, for plugging the PayPal.
Kind of want I want to see Cobra at like 70 years old and Puff still on his shoulder kicking it. And like he's walking around drinking a fucking Five Loco or whatever the future holds for us.
I don't think they live that long.
Huh. I just want to see I want to see this man forever happy
There's
with
no such
Puff.
thing as a girly drink, you sexist. In fact, that kind of comment is going to
Damn.
Yes!
get you banned.
Damn.
How dare you call it a girly drink?
Is feminism still relevant in today's society? Yeah, I definitely think it is. They put up with a lot of bullshit. They pull up with sexual harassment. They put up with a whole lot of bullshit that us men just don't have to deal with. Of course it's relevant.
That's because sexual harassment doesn't exist for men. That stereotype for men that all we want is sex, it's a nasty stereotype, and there's so much toxic culture surrounding
How
that.
disgusting.
Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah, if you're a good man, women want sex more than you do.
If a dude is sexually harassed by a woman he doesn't like or find attractive, and he points it out, he gets called a pig. And then
What is up with this heart that they added on YouTube chats? It reminds me of Periscope. Do you remember Periscope? There was a heart that people could tap on and it would be like heart, 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 heart.
Where is that?
Well, it's in the chat. It's like on the chat, and it actually shows in. See my thing here. It shows it now in my thing that shows the chat on screen.
I don't
so
know
now
about that weird shit.
Yeah, dude. What is this?
I don't know about all that.
Yep.
I never see that on my fucking YouTube. Is that mobile only? Maybe.
I don't know. It's showing it through OBS, like the program I use to view the like put the chat on screen.
A lot of people do not like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
he gets told, how is it sexual harassment when all men want is pussy? I'm like, screw that noise. Huff some air duster, I'm good on that.
You did do it the one time, so now they're never going to stop.
Demon and Cobra Angel is a religion. It has nothing to do with your gender. So that comment's going to get you banned. I am a cisgendered heterosexual male. I support trans rights, and I have my own religion, so the troll's going to make fun of me for it.
I did learn a little bit about his
My trolls are
religion.
losers, dude. Puff looks awesome on top of your hat. Yes, he does.
What are some
It's like a tower for him.
points in his religion?
I can't remember it
have
all
some really
right now off the
negative
top of my head, but it's.
Is there anything that sticks out that you can remember?
And I refuse.
It's almost like Harry Potter adjacent.
That's fun.
Because Cobes was a big Harry Potter fan when he was younger.
This fucking woman in the chat, Kathy Young, says, "I saw you at Albertsons. You smelled like hot coins." What the fuck, Kathy?
let that dictate
Why do I
my
believe that's true?
Hot coins? What does that even mean?
Because women have
like
it
a-
hard too.
Like a penny? Like a hot penny?
Like a sweaty, metallic, coppery undertone.
Yeah.
Man.
I could see like a little
People are
rusty
telling me,
scent.
Cobra, you need to get laid. And I'm like, there's more important things than getting laid, my friend.
See, people out there are. I need to get an affiliate link for Schedule 35 because people are buying it now, and they're thanking me because I helped them find a place to get the fungus
Dun-dun-dun.
mailed to them. Also, you know what? Since I'm thinking about it right now, we have a new Vance Global affiliate link. It's in the chat, and there's two different codes that you can use. There's one where if you make like a normal order, you use code peasants and you get 20% off your order. But they also have subscriptions. And if you use code subscribedp and sign up for a subscription of gummies or Delta 8 or whatever, you get 30% off that order.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Damn.
something to think about.
Mr. Morden says Billy smells like a quarter peep show booth.
Helping women
not
and men come
always.
together as a species, as the human race, and be like, well, as long as you're not a sicko, who gives a shit? Yeah.
Puff is
who's
on
that?
the fucking
Who's
head.
that? Who is that?
Puff has had it up.
Oh, he's on my back. Ah. There's my handsome lizard.
At this point, the stream cut out and Cobra had to restart it. Well, damn. And like a true coward, he turned off chat because he hates his fans. It's not his fault that he fucking got all the money he needed. He turns off chat so you guys don't pay him more
Sorry
money
about
than
the
he
YouTube
needs.
internet's being crappy right now. This chick's got it twisted. If a man walks around showing off his crotch, he gets called a fucking all kinds of perverted crap.
If a man walks around
And it's
showing
like-
off his crotch,
Yeah, no, that's kind of
like
true.
a banana
though.
hammock.
If a man walks around with his dick hanging out, he becomes a sexual predator. But if a woman walks around with her dick hanging out, she's celebrated as progressive.
I'm all for women. If women want to join the military, I'm all for it, man. 100%. You have just as much right to serve and protect our country as your male counterparts. Should you, though? And that's a personal choice of yours. I personally think, yes, women should have the right to join the military, but should they? No. Because you could be a distraction to the men who are trying to protect their country.
Oh, my God.
I mean, okay, hear me out. Like...
If they kicked all the women out of the military, there'd be a lot of empty positions there. Like, there's a lot of women in the military. So this is a very antiquated view.
If you're in, like, training or boot camp or whatever, and your drill sergeant's a cute female, you're not going to take her seriously because she's hot and because she's a female if you're a dude. But you're going to respect her because it's the polite thing to do, because that is your superior officer and because she is female. That's what you're thinking, like, this chick's cute, I'd totally fuck her, but in the back of your mind, that's what you're thinking, but you don't say it out loud.
Okay. In the back of your mind, you're not thinking it, but then you say it out loud, and you're the weird guy, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Dude, on the other side of her.
That's why I never joined the military, because I wouldn't be able to not fuck all the women in it. Like that would destroy me. If I was in the army, I would just have sex with every woman there.
Size.
It's not fair.
On the line with your mouth or your actions.
That's why I don't celebrate Flag Day.
Happy Pride Month, you fuckers. Being a woman is hard. I think women get the raw end of the deal when it comes to...
It's really not that bad being a woman. There's two types of people that it sucks to be. A stupid person and a person who isn't good at something. If you can be stupid and good at something, you'll be fine. But if you're not good at anything, or you're just plain stupid, it sucks to be you. It really does. But everybody else, it's pretty easy to exist at that point. Mental illness too. Mental illness is a hard one. But like women have good lives. You open up Tinder, you go meet up a guy at Applebee's, he buys you fucking appetizer and a meal and a drink, and you just like thank him and leave. I can do the same thing because I'm a hot commodity. It's fucking easy life, dude. It's easy life. I feel bad for women who think that they have a bad life. Might as well be dumb as dog shit if you're a woman and you think you have a bad life. Life could be so much easier if you just thought you had a good life, and then boom, you'll have one. Look it up, man. Look it up. I'm available at your local Applebee's. How likely is it that he washed his hands after handling a reptile? I don't know. I feel like somebody would have told him to wash his hands, but the fucking reptile was crawling all around his clothes, all around his couch. There's no way he washed his couch and stuff. So, like, what's the point of him washing his hands, right?
Mother Nature and periods and shit like that. You know, and it's completely unfair. In my opinion, I think Mother Nature is sexist in that regard.
Bozeman prophecies or Bremen prophecies, Behrman prophecies, Jesus Christ, can't read, says Billy Tate. It's not an Andrew Tate take to say that women live great lives. Men also live great lives.
Billy always spitting facts.
Thank you, Mr. Joker Card. Thank you. People who live great lives, no, it's not because they're male, not because they're female, not because they were born a certain class or religious. You have a good life when you have the fucking self-awareness to choose what you let into your brain. You have a good life when you're able to not fall victim to the world around you. but rather manipulate it. You don't have to be any type of person. You could be anything, anyone, as long as you know the world is your oyster. Okay? So shuck it. Shuck that pearl, baby.
They got to deal with things like cervical cancer, breast cancer, hysterectomies, periods, giving birth to children, etc. All the problems that are associated with
Yeah, and men are more likely to die at work.
being a woman.
Don't tell Ben.
Bartender, I need another one.
Don't tell Ben about it. Bartender, I really did it this
And
time.
plus, I kind of feel like women are a distraction in the military, you know, especially if they're hot. You know, when you're having your cramps and you're bitchy and bleeding and all that other crap. Now you got to stop and like take a break and like, or power through it. And that's going to suck, ladies.
No, that does suck. But you know what else sucks? Having to fucking open all the pickle jars. You realize how, yes, women bleed once a month and have all these other womanly issues, but how many pickle jars have they had to open? Thank you. Men go through traumas as well.
Men were not slowed down by periods or cramps, so we get shit done without having that hinder our ability. And you know what? Fuck what you got to say about it, because there are a lot of boss bitches who go, fuck it, it's that time of the month. I don't got time to sit down and be a little crybaby about it. They power through it. You know, women like that are boss. I'm not going to go out of my way to be the white knight and savior, but if I see a woman's in distress, I'm going to stop and help her.
Yes, another woman privilege. You're naming off all these horrible things that women go through, and then you're showing these privileges they have. The majority of men in our society would go out of their way to help a woman in distress. Men don't get the same in return. Sometimes, you know, humanity will help you out, but the majority of men are there to help women in distress. That's how it always has been. You hear the story.
Top G Ben is Tristan, but without the muscles. Billy Tate can get rich from pimping and has a follower.
I do want to.
Tristan?
His Andrew Tate's brother.
Oh.
I do want to get rich from
I don't
pimping.
give a fuck if I get laid or if I get her number. You know?
King Cobra Tate.
I'm the same way with anyone, really. Like, fuck the sex. I'm straight. But, like, here's the thing of it. I will help people if I can. I'm generally a caring person, even though I dislike humans to a point.
Well, Ancient Aliens with host King Cobra JFS.
Because an alien flew down from space and then poured some like bacteria into the water, which caused that bacteria to grow into a fish. And then they poured some other kind of thing into the water, which caused that fish to like crawl.
Is he talking about the movie Prometheus?
And as soon as that fish crawled on land and turned into a fucking monkey, aliens had sex with the monkey.
Well,
that's how we have humans.
In the land of chimpanzees, there was a monkey. Those loafers are lit.
Oh
fuck.
my God. They're like moccasins.
Little moccasin window going down there.
Straight up, if a dude gets kicked in the balls, no one's going to be like, okay, Chad, you got racked in the nuts. Walk it off, champ. Oh, jeez.
I've been told to walk it off after taking one to the nards.
Here, have a cigarette and a blanket and some hot cocoa. Just walk it off. It's going to be okay. My boy Puff went exploring in the apartments. I have the closet and the bathroom closed. So, he'll pretty much be either in the kitchen, in the living room, or in the bedroom, just running around doing this thing.
I just want to see Puff scurrying across the hallway in the background now.
He has like misplaced Puff already.
See, my goal with these gender relation rants is to make women and men go, you know, I never thought about it that way. if some chick rejects you because your biceps ain't big enough, fuck her, that's her loss. I would have loved to have fought for my country, but at the time when they were drafting people, they found out I had Asperger's and that I was taking medication.
They weren't drafting people in King Cobra's. I think he means recruiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For my Asperger's.
There's been a draft since Vietnam.
So they said, well, we appreciate you wanting to join, but we're not going to let you because you're special needs. Is it the most healthy situation? No, it's not. Like, if you're in a war zone, nobody's giving a shit if you're on your period and you're getting shot at. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's this going to sound on paper? Hey, I know that we're all fighting a war here, but she's on her period, so could you please not shoot her? She's already bleeding from her vagina.
I'm past the age that any branch of the military would take me.
Yeah, at this point in time, we just got to go work as mercenaries.
She doesn't want to be bleeding from a gunshot wound. I'm very comfortable with death. I've accepted that I'm going to die someday and that I don't care when it happens or how it happens.
I wonder if Cobra has like terrible moments of existential dread ever.
You know, when I was working for the phone company that I worked for, I worked in like the business account section, and I would talk to Blackwater employees sometimes.
Yeah.
They'd call in on like the Blackwater company phone. Those were literal mercenaries.
Yeah. What would they need trouble like downloading a Snake on their phone? Or
I don't even know. I think, well, they would want to make sure their phone would work when they were going to like Afghanistan and shit like that.
They're like, hello, I'm calling from Blackwater. I'm outside of a kill house right now, just checking to make sure the connection is there before I go in. Don't want to get stuck without a return call to the helicopter. So
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, we hear you, dude. Go kill somebody.
Yeah.
Live my
Do
life
you ever think you
every
helped
day.
like facilitate a murder while you're on the phone with them?
It's not murder when it's a war zone.
To the best of my abilities.
Does it count
But
as their
no,
private hires?
I was talking to them. I was talking to them before they left, before they were traveling.
You got some nice of-age titties. Just because women are the gatekeepers of sex doesn't mean you have to overly sexualize them. Can we just acknowledge that elephant in the room? Thank you. I'm like, where's the alcohol? It's right here. And, oh, this is seriously fucking good. Oh, yeah. Steel Reserve Alloy. I spent the majority of my Patreon money restocking on Puff's pet supplies because Puff's needs are more important than my needs.
Oh.
You know, if I have to go without food, but my lizard's taken care of, so be it. You know?
Cobra's willing to
Last night,
starve
Puff
for that lizard.
was making a ruckus in his cage and trying to fuck with his UVB light. And I'm like, Puff,
People are talking down on the Steel Reserve.
Yeah, it's gross.
Have we seen the flavored Steel Reserve before?
I've seen them drink them before, but I've only
You
had
never
the
tasted
old,
one?
I've only had the old school Steel Reserve
The
that tastes
211?
that tastes like aluminum.
Yeah, it tastes like hot coins.
Yeah, yeah. So I think this tastes
Ice cold coins.
So I think this tastes like that, but with like flavor, like fruit flavoring on top of it.
I imagine it tastes like Four Loko or something.
Probably. Yeah.
The VB light alone. I took him out of his cage and I held him and I crawled into bed and let Puff lay on my chest. He crawled on my stomach and I pulled the blankets on my bed over me and Puff and he immediately fell asleep. You know, my trolls are fucking assholes. They took a still shot photo of me with my spray bottle misting Puff, and they photoshopped me holding a gun.
Oh my god.
That's not okay.
Oh.
Head.
Shit.
It's so obvious it's fake. And I'm like, dude, my trolls need help. They really do. Our society's going off the rails on a crazy train, but our society is equally as fucked up as my trolls, you know? And it's just fucking sad. And my trolls don't realize it's do unto others as you'd have done to you. How would my trolls feel if everyone around them were fucking with them on a pet that they had? If
They
my
couldn't
trolls
handle
had a
it,
pet
Cobes.
that they loved to pieces,
They would crumble.
you know, and they were being fucked with for it, they'd hate it. They would fucking hate it. My trolls couldn't last one day in my shoes.
Fact. Because the shoes are falling apart. The shoes might not last one day.
I don't let my trolling get to me because our society's full of trolls.
You know what, Jared? You know how he's all about strengthening his hands.
Yeah.
Now he's about strengthening his jaw.
He's mewing.
He started. He took this old pair of shoes and cut the sole off of it and is chewing on a dirty sole of a shoe. And he thinks it's like strengthening his jaw. He's so stupid.
Dude, it's what it is. Now I'm checking out this of-age chick doing this interview with the purple hair. And she's very fuckable. I mean, maybe her tits aren't the biggest, but she's fuckable, you know? Although I prefer a nice pair of double Ds. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Yeah. They're big enough to maybe fuck. Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Boob in each hand.
If you could bury your
dick in between the
hard.
boobs.
He's doing the.
Squeezing your titties so your dick gets hard.
Yeah.
And then fucking your dick gets hard and you slide it in between her boobs like a hot dog and a hot dog bun.
Yeah.
Especially when she leans down and starts licking the tip of your penis while you're titty fucking her. It's like, good lordy, woman, you got skills.
Wow, he's feeling a bit horny.
I wonder
would
how
say.
many women listen to Cobes talk like this and then think to themselves, should I be doing this to my man?
I refuse to hate women because my mother is a woman. You know?
Yeah, I also refuse to have sex with my mom,
Sure, the patriarchy
even
would love
though
to get
she is a
fucked.
woman,
If
and I
you're
do like
offering
having
some
sex
good
with
pussy,
women.
I mean, shit.
I refuse.
That was enough for Chris Chan.
No, no, Christian, no.
I have one more in my fridge.
All right.
I'll find Puff after the video. He's just doing his thing.
Last call. He's checking under the chair for Puff.
Yes.
My bearded dragon loves to run around the apartment and play hide and seek. It's like a game.
Hopefully
for
he
him,
doesn't
you know?
find a way to like get up into the wall or something like that.
And I know I'll find him because he couldn't have gotten far. I'm not worried about that. My Puff is getting exercise.
Somebody with money should hire King Cobra to make. That sucks. That's his last one.
Real men can drink this without
Cosmopolitan's 50 ways to please your YouTube trolls.
giving a
Nice.
fuck. Like nice girly beer, Cobra.
Someone
It's
should
like
hire
this-
King Cobra to make porn videos, and like they're gonna be like the stepmom porn videos where he walks in, he's like, "Hey, stepmom," and then she sees him jerking off.
No
and then,
one wants to do this. No
and then-
one wants to hire King Cobra for porn.
And then the women that play his stepmom are just like, no, actually, I gotta go. No, thank you. So it's just like all these porn videos that start out and they all end with no sex. It'd be so funny. It'd be so funny.
Fuck you. There's no such thing as a girly beer. These strawberry spiked, steel reserves. It's a girly drink, and you're a little sissy boy for drinking it. And it's like, fuck off. Fuck the trolls, man. And long live Ozzy Osbourne, and fuck our society.
8% alcohol, strawberry, spiked strawberry. It's 8%. That's not bad. That's like what, double fucking Bud Light alcohol content?
Maybe even more. I don't know.
Is Bud Light 3.5 or 4?
4, I think. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to another try-on. Today's try-on is going to be my new outfits for Spain. As some of you know, I am fighting in La Velada. So I'm very excited. It's a boxing tournament in
Look at
Spain
him.
for the Spanish community of Twitch. But they invited
Yeah, I think Amaranth is going to box.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
Let's
me
see.
to participate in it, so I will be really popular trend over there, I've been told, are the maxi dresses. This one might be a little bit too flashy for the street of the beach, but it's very comfortable, very cute.
Honestly, fuck the trolls talking shit on Ozzy Osbourne. If he's not your cup
Long
of
live
tea,
Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, that's most definitely what's up.
It's this right here.
Amaranth set to make boxing debut at Abai's upcoming event. Abai? What's that?
I don't even know what that is.
Over the years, Amaranth has become... I wonder if this is just like big Saudi money or something.
I have no idea.
Who's giving her money?
It looks like it's going to be in
Mexico?
Spain.
Spain?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know. Unless I'm reading something wrong. I don't know.
because you don't care for his
Why
music.
does Cobra look like a lizard with an open mouth?
That's Puff, dude.
It's Puff.
You
That's
found
your
Puff.
opinion. But going out of your way to hate Ozzy Osbourne because he's one of my favorite singers. You people are fucking absolutely miserable. As a mild celebrity myself, I totally get it. When I'm sitting here doing my YouTube videos, and some random asshole just shows up to my apartment and goes, Cobra, answer the door. I'm one of your favorites. I'm one of your biggest fans. And I'm like, you know, I appreciate all the fans that I get, but how about a little bit of fucking personal space and respect? Like, at least call me first and be like, hey, man.
Well, I mean,
I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, if my fans are cool about it, but like, dude, I don't appreciate people just showing up to my apartment and asking to hang out.
That's
like,
fair.
I appreciate that my fans worship the ground I walk on like I do with Ozzy. I
Yes.
really do appreciate that.
It goes us worshiping
I've
the
seen
ground you walk
Amaranth
on, you
naked.
worshiping the ground Ozzy walks on, and Ozzy worshiping the ground Satan walks on. That's the hierarchy.
I'm like, Joshy lied.
Joshy!
Joshy likes.
People are like, you gonna go on Fish Tanked with Sam Hyde? And I might just do it if I can find somebody to watch Puff for however long I'm on. He only needs to be fed every 3 days. And his poop picked up.
Can we not bring Puff to Fish Tank? Is it not good for him to travel to Rhode Island
Yeah,
from?
you probably shouldn't.
Water dish refilled. I don't give Puff a whole lot of water because he's a desert-dwelling creature. He's used to dry climates, and I don't want that moisture in his cage kind of thing. You know, I've been doing my research.
Joshy
I'm starting to
likes.
feel good right now. I bought 4 to 5 cans of this Steel Reserve Spike Strawberry. I had one yesterday, and then today it was just like,
I'll take that back.
you know what?
Hobbs
Fuck it.
looks
It's
like
the
a
week.
caveman with a beer.
People don't see when I cut down on drinking. You know, that's the bitch of it. If I say I want to cut down on my drinking, they don't. They don't see when I'm like off camera going,
Oh, Wheezy, I can't eat more shrooms tonight. I am too tired. I'm too tired to eat shroom. But maybe coming up here soon.
I want some alcohol, but I don't need it.
All right, there's one more. There's one more here.
One, Animal Services visit again. Damn, guys. Leave Puff alone. We never found Puff under the couch, did we?
Trolls news. What up, YouTube? It's your boy King Cobra. The reason why I say trolls lose is because my trolls have been trying as hard as they can to get Puff taken away from me, harassing Metro Animal Control nonstop. Well, long story short, Metro showed up for the second and last time just a while back. And when I answered the door, I'm like, seriously, is it really Metro? And they're like, yes. A couple of lovely younger gals, you know, they were definitely old
Gals.
enough, but that's beside the
They were
point.
definitely old enough. Just not consenting enough.
They're like, we just want to check up on Puff to make sure he's
Definitely
okay.
alive
I'm like,
enough.
oh, my
How
fucking
great would
God.
that own the trolls if they called Metro to come do an animal health check and Metro showed up and it was two of-age girls that just double banged Cobes? Why has this never happened in Cobe's life? Damn it.
So I let him see Puff. I even took him out and let the ladies check him out. They said he's a handsome and healthy bearded dragon. And they said this is the last time they're doing a wellness check on him.
Yeah.
So the trolls lose. I made a
L7
public
weenie.
post on Metro's Facebook page explaining the situation and what assholes my trolls are.
My name is Josh and I run a successful YouTube channel by the name of KingCobraJFS, and I own a bearded dragon named Puff. I love my lizard more than life itself, and my YouTube trolls are obsessed with bullying me. They've been trying to get him taken away from me ever since they found out I have him. I take great care of him. If anything, he's pampered and spoiled. I suffer from Asperger's, and my lizard is a therapy animal for me, and I'm sorry if people have been harassing Metro. I've already talked to a lady who came over here for the first time, and she filed a report saying I'm doing better than 90% of people who own bearded dragons. That's an A, guys. He's in the 90th percentile for bearded dragon
He's
owners.
an overachiever.
I love Puff, and I would protect him with my life. My YouTube has almost 60,000 subs. I make videos with Puff, and I love him to pieces. Not pieces as in Reese's Pieces, but pieces as in peace and love, man. He loves him to pieces.
My trolls sincerely need to get a life, dude. They are the biggest cocksuckers on the planet. Harassing an autistic young adult and his bearded dragon because I can't stand how happy Puff makes Cobra. So yeah, he's not getting taken away and he's in good hands. They basically told me that they're going to send out an email saying that Puff is well taken care of and not to bug Josh. That's basically how this is going to go down. I failed to
Stop bugging Josh.
They're gonna put they're gonna tape a note to the door of Metro.
I'm not gay. I'm straight.
No, they're gonna tape at the animal healthcare facility. They're gonna tape a note on the door that says, "Do not bug Josh.
He's streaming and he's not gay.
He's streaming. His bearded dragon is okay. He's in the 90th percentile of bearded dragon owners.
If it's
That's an
paid
A.
for, just leave it.
Yes.
My trolls keep harassing Metro. Eventually, they're going to give up and quit coming over. I posted a Facebook post on their public page saying that my name is Josh. My YouTube channel is KingCobraJFS. I have X amount of subscribers. And my YouTube trolls love to bully me and harass me. And they've been doing everything in their power to try to get Puff taken away, or lack thereof, I should say. Yeah, it's pretty sad. These two ladies come in, they inspected everything, and they were like, yeah, Puff's in good hands. We're not going to bug you anymore.
Hell yeah.
So do with that what you will, trolls.
Animal control
but
approved.
You lose. They tattletaled to my dad, trying to get him to ground me and get Puff taken away. That didn't work. They tattletaled to my landlord about having Puff. You're allowed to have pets up here, so that didn't work.
Damn.
And when that didn't work, they harassed Metro nonstop with complaints about whatever they could think of, you know? Just desperate Hail Mary
Puff
attempts
lives
to
rent-free
fuck
in
with
these trolls' brains.
Cobra, and it failed. It failed miserably, dude. So Metro is no longer going to come over and do wellness checks on Puff.
He owns their sorry lives.
Because they're aware of the situation. They're also aware of that I love Puff and I take damn good care of him.
Damn good.
And that, yeah, my trolls are the biggest assholes on the planet. I tried telling them, just go away, leave me alone. And like, you know the scoop, then why are you here? We just want to check. I'm like, all right, fine. They checked in on him and he's fine. His enclosure's clean. He's got plenty of food, plenty of water. He's got plenty of heating lights for his enclosure. just chilling out watching YouTube videos, and I hear a knock at my door. I'm thinking, who the fuck's at my door? And they were knocking like they were cops, and I'm like, fuck.
They kind of are.
What did I do this time? I open the door, and it's Metro with these two gals, and they're just like, yeah, it's us. I'm like, sincerely? Oh my God. Seriously?
Sincerely?
Come right in. Like, my trolls need a fucking hobby. Sincerely, let me ask my YouTube trolls this. How would you feel if you had a pet that you loved as much as I love Puff, and a bunch of assholes on the internet were trying as hard as they can to fuck with you on it? You would hate it, dude.
I would hate it.
My trolls couldn't last 5 fucking minutes in my shoes. That is a goddamn fact.
Trolls couldn't last 5 minutes in my wet ass
I don't
pussy.
have money for a drink combo, but it is what it is. I'm not worried about it at this point. But that's the scoop of what's been going down with my day so far. Victory is sweet. Spencer, thank you for your $1 holler.
Classic King Cobra victory.
So don't blow your chance go on Fish Tank. Do it. If you watched my last live stream, I said I'd be happy to go on Fish Tank when the weather is warmer. Season 2 is going to be during the winter time, and that is a critical time for keeping Puff alive, which is more important than going on Fish Tank. And I appreciate Sam Hyde and friends offering the opportunity. Like I said, I'd be down to go on Fish Tank, maybe like season 3 or season 4 when the weather's more permitting.
When weather permits.
And when it's warm, you know. But right now, taking care of Puff is more important. Metro is going to send out an email to the asshole or assholes who keep trying to get Puff taken away. Basically saying he's in good hands.
If you
he's
keep
healthy
filing
looking,
false
he's well fed,
reports,
his cage is clean.
Animal Control is
We're not
going to have you
bother
locked
Cobra
up.
with Puff anymore. So stop harassing us. You know the subreddit's going to be pissed about this live stream. Trolls lose, bitch. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll catch you later.
King Cobra wins again. Puff is in the 90th percentile of owners. He's got a 90.
Yeah,
he's
well taken care of.
He's got an A-level owner, grade A owner.
Grade A.
That's a grade A owner right there.
Under A.
That's a grade A owner.
T-Bob kicked from live stream.
What?
Well, they did arrest me and drop the charges.
Well, there you go.
I was guilty of abuse of 911 on a night when I never, ever dialed 911. So they did come in there under the geyser of 911, but they wouldn't let me show them on my phone where I never dialed 911. So they arrested me, right? So that 7 days after that, a guy did call in and commit the crime of fight, which I was trying to report.
I got a question for you, Bob. How do you feel about Bud Light? Them doing that shit, putting that person on the side of the can.
Well,
Muldowney
God,
or whatever his name is.
do you really want my true fucking answer on that?
He's drinking a Bud Light?
You can only answer right once.
Or is that a Keystone?
I think in today's day and age, when you support a group of people who in most all other countries on the planet have outlawed the LGBTQ and many other groups.
How many?
Fuck his opinion. I'm out.
Fuck his opinion. I'm out. How many countries have outlawed LGBTQ?
Not many, like Saudi Arabia and Iran, like a lot of Muslim countries.
There's some probably African nations that have it outlawed too.
Yeah, like Nigeria, I think.
Is this Bob's view of the rest of the world?
I have no idea.
China or Russia? Okay. I see you, Bob. I see you. Cuba. This is an American man. He's saying America should be more like all these, more like China, more like Russia, more like Cuba. That's all.
No, he wants it to be more like Saudi Arabia because Bob is a secret Muslim.
Hey, that's Bob's words.
Yep.
Maurice Delk was not having it. Kicked him right off. Bob, all you had to do was drink that Bud Light. The second you took your shotgun out and blew up that 24-pack of Bud Light like Kid Rock did, you put yourself directly in the culture war.
The culture war. He's a culture warrior.
I wonder how many people are going to start celebrating Veterans Day because they fought in the culture war. It's so cute.
Wild Bill.
America's Day of Shame. This is Flag Day video.
Today is one of the most shameful days in American history. President Donald Trump was...
Look how sweaty his neck is.
That's not neck sweat, is it? Holy fuck.
Booked on charges
Did he just Did he hit the glizzy and get a fucking jizz rift?
And I mean everybody.
Is that a pearl necklace?
Are false. Trump is being savagely persecuted.
Mild Bill's got a pearl necklace, dude.
For 6 years, the full power of the federal
Someone
government
laid the jizzy
desperately
glizzy
tried
across
to
his
find
throat.
A crime, any crime that Trump was guilty of, they found nothing. They had to invent lies to impeach him with.
How could that
And
be
now
sweat?
They think
Is he dying?
We're going to believe that they suddenly found a crime.
He lives in Florida.
It's got to become.
Just as his re-election campaign is kicking off, I have never been more ashamed of my country than I am today.
He's
And to make it
such a
doubly
crybaby.
sickening, all this Nazi-style persecution comes right in the middle of Pride Week, a national celebration about men.
Looks like somebody
playing with each
celebrated
other's
Pride
butts.
Week across your throat,
The
dude.
entire mission of the Democrat Party is to destroy America's moral standards and to humiliate and enrage all of us as much as possible. I believe the Democrats are deliberately trying to goad us into a bloody street war.
What?
American citizens against communist Nazi totalitarians.
Communist Nazis.
What are we the people to do when we are beaten down by such sickening evil?
And then what?
Well, first and foremost, we must remember who we are as Americans. The USA was founded to be a nation under God. In our entire history, for the first few hundred years, was a nation that loved and revered God Almighty. Biblical morality was taught in every school and to every student. And every level of American government was predicated upon respect for America's Christian heritage. It was the Christian heritage of this nation that made America great in the first place. That is historical fact. There's only one
Is
way
it now?
that we will ever see the USA restored, and that is for us as a nation to get back to being a nation under God. Today I am calling all Americans to set this week.
So we need some more religious indoctrination?
Yes.
The problem with America now is that we're not burying little fucking
kids are not being
kids
forced to
behind
pray.
their school that are being forced to learn English and Christianity instead
Yeah.
of their native language. Okay.
As a time of fasting and praying for our nation. We are at war against the demonic forces of darkness that now control Washington, D.C. And the only way to pull the plug on them is through prayer and fasting. Today we stand on the promise of 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. It's time for this nation to go to their knees before God.
You went to your knees before somebody and got that frickin' pearl necklace, Mild Bill.
Ourselves and confess
You were
our
seeking
national
face.
sins, in particular, the sins
Fuck
against
face.
children. Plead with God to crush the wickedness that is crushing our nation. This is Wild Bill for America. Thank you for watching, and America bless God.
I can't stop looking at that fucking jizz pool on his
I know.
throat.
It's all you've talked
I
about.
can't.
It's not jizz. You can like see like his face is glossy too. He's sweating. He's old. He's out of shape.
I didn't
He
see it
lives
at
in
first.
Florida.
You pointed it out.
I didn't. Well, yeah, I said it was sweat.
Yeah, and the second you pointed it out, I was like, I couldn't stop looking at it.
Yeah. So Jared got a strike on YouTube, so he went to BitChute and to TikTok, and then he got strikes on both of them.
Fuck.
So now he's back already. He's already and he was like, I'm never going back to YouTube. He's so dumb. It's unbelievable. Here he is. Look at the shirt.
Well, guys, I'm back on YouTube now. Hold on, let me fiddle with my little sound settings. Be an OCD piece of shit here. Well. Every once in a while, YouTube actually is decent. You know, they actually listen to me. So thank you, people at YouTube, for appealing my video where I was speaking out against someone who released sensitive...
I wonder if his strike got removed.
That's what he's saying.
videos of me that they knew damn well I did not want to be sent out.
He cannot leave his hair and he can't grow, like he'll start to grow a beard and then it's gone. Like he can't grow any length of beard and he can't stop with the hair.
And making a spectacle of me over being swatted. You know, real.
You were never swatted.
Classy guy. I'm not even going to say his name because he's nobody. But anyways, YouTube, I just wanted to say thanks. I should have done this earlier. I just came to me today, but wow, I actually got a video appealed. So I think that's what it's called. They appeal it or whatever. I don't know, guys. I'm tired. I've been walking all day. But yeah, guys, we're back in business. So it's good to be back.
You know what I'd say, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep BitChute for gaming. So stay subbed to my BitChute. That's where I'm going to drop the gaming stuff. And, you know, the epic rants that I can't do here on YouTube. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.
The rants that he can't do on YouTube.
Listen to this shit that he says. Listen to this.
If you're a parent and you take your kids to a gay pride event, you support pedosexuality. The reason is because you're subjecting them to sexual things. People with their tops off.
So is he for this? Like,
it's weird because now he's acting like he never said any of that shit. And anyone that brings it up is the secret pedo, basically.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Talking about just guys. People in underwear, you know, thongs. You name it, you're sexualizing your own children by doing this. Okay? For everyone who calls me a pedophile, I'm pretty sure you're one of those people that takes your kids to a pride event. That's a pot calling the kettle black.
That's the worst logic.
Yeah.
But he's like, everybody who calls me out for saying I date an 8-year-old, you're probably the type of person that takes your children to a pride event. Joke's on you. Now those people are going to have sex with them and not me.
Oh, my God.
What's going on?
Is Jared against children at pride events because he's jealous they're there and not at his events?
It's a juggernaut.
Sicko Jared.
And I'm trying to get my damn camera right so you guys don't have to see too much cleavage here, but I think we're good skis, bro. I think we're good skis. So today, guys, I just wanted to talk about Megan Fox, bro, and just how we're in like the end times, homie.
Have you seen her fingers, man? She got these long fingers. It's so gross.
Real shit, bros. I'm waiting for Jesus any day now.
Tweety cup.
I love the way that thermos tweets. It's so beautiful. But this crazy bitch, homie, this crazy bitch did some kind of weird demonic like ritual at some guy's front yard or something. Because he said that she forced her kids to be transsexual. Like, holy Jesus God, bro. I better be careful what I said. I don't want that bitch coming over to my house. I mean, she can bust those titties out if she wants to.
What the fuck?
I think she was shirtless. Hey, you know what? I take that back. But seriously though, bro. Seriously, I don't
Imagine
think I
trying
want
to
a piece.
live out your golden years and you have a shirtless Jared in house only coming
I
out
could
of
not.
the room to eat your food and empty his pee cup.
Yeah, no, that's your fault for raising a Jared Genesis. Like, kick him out of the house. Have him, I don't know, late term aborted. You got options. Allowing him to come and eat your fucking canned tuna is your fault.
I can't take that kind of crazy, homie.
Zero sympathy for Jared's parents.
You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with enough crazy bitches to know if they call themselves a witch, you better switch. You know what I'm saying? No, these motherfuckers are evil, bro. Don't get it twisted. You know, this whole Wicca thing, it's a bunch of bullshit. These people, you know, they're demonic, bro. What they do, that spell casting shit, it's all Satanism, homie.
If you can't handle a little Satanism,
you know, stupid movies like Harry
you
Potter.
shouldn't be dating a woman.
They got these bitches thinking that they're goddamn wizards, but they're all working for Lucifer, bro. Lucifer, you know, little pussy ass Lucifer, bro. That's who they work for.
Wicca Slim Shade.
That's who Hollywood works
Wicca Slim Satan.
I'm telling you, son. I used to have a crush on this girl, man. Back in the day, bro. She was on Ninja Turtles, bro, the 2014 one. Oh, wait, she was on the second one too, right? Or I don't know. I forgot. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Yeah, she was in the second one. That one was okay, but I really liked the 2014 Michael Bay Turtles. Haters gonna hate, but I really enjoyed it. Anyways, I thought she was pretty damn fine in that movie, homie. I'm not gonna front, son. You know what I'm saying? She could ride this turtle shell, bro. That didn't even make any sense, bro. I'm tripping, guys. It's late right now. Your boy's tripping right now, so forgive me. But all I can say is this, bro. Like, if I was a transformer, homie, like that Bumblebee, and I was around that bitch, I'd transform myself into a damn rocket ship and get the fuck out of there, homie. Like, you don't...
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
don't want none of that, bro. You don't. You don't want none of these witches and warlocks. Motherfuckers put a spell on you, bro. Like real shit.
Bro.
And I dated a girl who was
We
like
gotta
that.
start calling our Drunken Peasants fan base, bro.
Bro. Hey, bro.
Bro. Like the stream, bro.
Bro.
And I still
Hit
think
the
to this
Streamlabs,
day,
bro.
some kind of spell on me. I really do.
So he thinks some girl that he dated put a spell on him.
Her name was Icy Joe. That's what her parents named her. Good lord. You know what I'm saying? Some parents should not have kids. That's all I'm gonna say in that shit, bro. Seriously, bro. Like, that's fucked up. To name a girl Icy Joe. What the fuck is wrong with you? You
Icy
fucking
Joe.
retarded. Anyways,
Her name's Icy Joe?
That's what he just said. Icy Joe.
but yeah, bro.
Is it short for Insane Clown Joe?
Listen, man, you know, like,
Insane Clown
I don't know the
Josie?
story, in terms of if she did force her kid to be transsexual. So I'm not gonna make any judgments here, but bro, on some real shit, I'm just gonna say this. I do think that's a problem in the world. You know, where parents like to think for their kids.
Bro.
Kids are smart, man. You know, they know what's up with themselves. And parents, dude, they think they got all the answers,
Bro.
but they don't all the time, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just... I know a lot of kids get misdiagnosed, and I know I did too when I was a kid. I'm not mad at my parents for it, but I didn't have ADHD. I just had a lot of energy, bro. And I had to take stupid pills. They gave me all these weird nervous tics. I was like a goddamn tweaker. You know, a 12-year-old looking tweaker, bro. Motherfucking crackhead.
Bro.
Like, I've been like...
He uses bro like a period at the end of a sentence.
Ear, bro. Like, to this day, I still have really flexible ears, son. That's weird, bro. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can still do it. Ah, shit. I used to be able to, like, tuck them in, bro. Check that shit out. Oh, my right one can do it still. I only got one ear.
Ooh, a man of many talents.
That's kind of queer. Sorry, guys. I'm acting stupid right now. You have to forgive
Right
me.
now?
Shit. They're gonna
not
make
an
some
act.
memes after that one.
Yeah.
But guys, listen, I'm just trying to share a laugh with you because the truth of the matter is, bro, we're living in some crazy times. And I really think Jesus is gonna come soon, bro. Like, I really
Could you
do.
imagine you didn't clean your room or move out of your parents' house because you were just waiting for Jesus to come back? And now you're about to be 40?
Yeah.
Why clean your room when Jesus is about to come back?
It's not going to matter.
Yeah, Jesus is coming back. I'm not going to clean this fucking room. You think that's where I want to be when Jesus comes back? Picking up socks? Fuck no.
Hollywood is a wicked, evil place that just needs to burn, like on some real shit. I hate those Harry Potter movies, bro. I really do. I really do think they're demonic. I think the crazy Christian parents were right.
Well, you might hate
think
Harry
this
Potter
was just
movies, but King Cobra makes religions based off of them.
Their way to try to get kids' foot in the door, you know, of spell casting and what does he call it?
Should we do a live
I really
demon
do think
summoning
that was the purpose
and
of Harry
send
Potter
Jared a
movies.
spirit?
Call me crazy, call me psycho. But
Crazy
I'm telling
psycho.
you guys, like, if you think about it, you know, I don't know, bro. Like, it just kind of makes sense, dude. Why would you want to be a wizard anyway? I mean, I don't know, dude.
Does all this conversation
Would you
just
rather
come
just
from
be
him
like
saying
fucking-
He just
no
said-
longer wants to fuck Megan Fox?
He just said he didn't have ADD, but he's like switched topics 30 times. He has trouble focusing on one thing at a time.
Oh, dude, wouldn't you rather just be a Hulk? You know? I don't know, dude.
Sorry for getting off topic. It's actually more important than Subway's Jared's son, Jared Genesis. Have you all seen Bottom G, the more feminine version of Andrew
Ooh,
Tate?
I have not seen Bottom G.
Bottom G.
That sounds cute.
Wouldn't
Is
you
this
rather
a
go to
gay
the
Andrew
gym and get
Tate
muscles?
clone?
You know what I'm saying? Fucking spells. I don't know, dude. But, like, look, I'll admit, okay, I'm into shit like, you know, chakras and yoga. So
Okay, so you're into some mysticism shit too.
I'm be real with you.
Like chakras and shit.
All the shit I just talked, I'm a hypocrite.
maybe I'm one to fucking
As
talk,
always.
but on some real shit though, man. I'm telling you, dude, there's some creeps out there. You got to be careful, guys. So, I guess that's really all I wanted to say in this video.
Is this halfway
man.
through the video, or is it saying now that's all he has to say?
It's like 2/3.
I gotta go pee real quick.
pee.
So just let me know if Jared says something profound when I get back.
Fucking Megan Fox, bro. I can't believe I had a crush on her, dude. She's such a psycho bitch now. Like, I don't know, dude. I think that some of these people are just losing their shit, bro. Maybe it's just because they can't get a gig. I don't know, man. But like on some real stuff, homie. I think Hollywood is a wicked, evil place, dude. I really do. And
he's a whale.
Yeah, bro. Like I think that I don't know. Like I believe a lot of conspiracy theories. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Oh yeah,
I
you don't
really
say.
do. And I think that like it's just a lot of movies are actually like brainwashing. Like, you know what I'm
Come
saying?
on,
Like have an
dude.
agenda behind them. If you look at it, bro, like there really is an agenda behind a lot of things. You know, I was just talking about this yesterday, like with the Rainbow Mafia, bro. It's hard for me to watch movies
Do you
these
know what I'm
days
saying, bro?
because it feels like everything is forcing something down your throat, bro.
Bro.
You know, I guess things were different maybe 30 years ago. But honestly, though, I mean, I don't know. Even back then, I feel like stuff had agenda, too. I think it's just worse now. And same with video games, bro. It's like everything has a fucking agenda. Everything has this goddamn, you know, fucking story. You know, it's just fucking big ass. It's like, you know, video games these days, to me, bro, they're just like playable movies.
Someone
You
needs
know?
to
It's
like
what
count the bros from his videos and tally them up. How many bros does he average? Like how many bros per minute?
What happened to the days you just turn the power button on your console and start playing, having fun? Why do you have to learn some goddamn, novel-sized story?
You can't even play retro games. We've watched you play games, and you're terrible at it.
Before you can start playing, it's like, good Lord, bro. I'm 3 hours in, son. Like, when am I going to start playing the game? Like that Metal Gear Solid, bro. Like the fourth one, I think, had like over 3 hours of fucking footage.
Yeah, you did it really bad.
Like, fucking cutscenes. Like, what the hell is that shit? Might as well just make a damn movie. I was writing about this not long ago. It's like, why didn't they make a Metal Gear movie yet? It's kind of stupid. They could have capitalized on that hardcore, but I guess there's reasons for everything.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Anyways, guys, I'm at my 10-minute mark here. I don't really have much to say. I'm kind of tired, bro.
You're always tired.
I am very tired right now. I'm kind of skipping over words. I was working out a lot yesterday. I'm on zinc. Started taking zinc again, bro. I'm fucking tired, right? So I think I'm gonna get going. I have to take zinc because I need something to help me lose weight, bro. I'm getting there, but it's too slow of a process, and I need to get there faster. So I'm back on zinc supplements, and
zinc supplements is gonna make you lose weight.
It really does help you with your energy, I can tell, bro. Like, the way that it boosts your T. You gotta be careful, though, man, because too much testosterone can kill you. It can hurt you really badly. And that's something not a lot of weightlifters realize, that it can be just as dangerous as steroids. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace. Well, there you have it. There you have it. They're minimal. They're minerals, bro. It's a superfood. I remember he said like onions are a superfood. Like what? What are you talking about? Zinc boosts your testosterone. Zinc. Have you ever had like magnesium? Like I had this magnesium drink that made me all sleepy. It was like sleep aid. It was very interesting. I do like onions. I just never heard anyone call them a superfood before. And when I hear that, I'm like, what the fuck? When I hear it from Jared, I'm like, oh, that's bullshit, right? That's what I think automatically.
Bro.
Bro.
While I was gone, did Jared say anything smart?
Nope.
And interesting?
Nope. This is a great pause on him, though.
Got a little bit of a neck going there.
A little bit.
Got a little bit of a chin sack hanging.
Yeah.
Looks like he's about to punch his microphone.
Maybe he will. Bro.
We need some zinc.
You know what I was watching earlier that was kind of eye-opening? It was a Donald Trump interview from 1987 with Phil Donahue.
What was he saying?
For $800 million. I read it in the paper. And you're not even, are you 40?
I'm 41.
41.
And you're not even, are you 40? 41.
I want to show you what he just bought. He bought Marjorie Merriweather Post's 150 rooms. 56 bedrooms this guy's got. In Palm, show him, Brian. This is Mar-a-Lago. That's an aerial view.
So he's been living there for a while. That's how many, because we were talking about how big his house was.
150 rooms.
Yeah, that's insane.
And only 3 of them had illegal documents?
Only 3.
Now listen to this. I think there are 2 pictures here, are there not? You've got to see this place. Look at this.
Look at this.
He has a staff of 50, 30 security guards,
And this guy can't buy your lunch after Black Monday. How did you do? And you must have lost your shirt. Come on.
No, I was lucky. I was out of the market pretty much, Phil. Like you, and like a lot of others. I think most of the people in
If you notice, he's way more articulate here. He's like, because now it just sounds like he has a very limited vocabulary.
Group, I don't suspect too many of you were in the stock market during the little crash. Couple were. I wasn't. I like real estate better.
This,
He's not that articulate even.
But more than now.
He's probably just doing more at this point in his
He
life.
talks faster, too.
He graduated from high school. He had from college. He had $200,000. Went to the Wharton School of Finance, University of Pittsburgh.
No,
I'll tell you.
no, University of Pennsylvania.
I'm sorry, University of Pennsylvania. I'll tell you this. You know, I kind of, after reading your book, I kind of like your father better than you.
He's a nice guy. You have good taste? He's a good guy.
Show him number one.
There's
let's
Trump's
just try and
dad,
briefly give you a bio
Frederick
here. This
Trump.
is Fred Trump, age 80-something.
Yeah, he's 81.
81.
81.
He built middle-income housing in Queens and Brooklyn. And little Donald would go along and rummage around the construction sites. And obviously his father taught him a thing or two along the way. Look, let's see number 3. Here's 12-year-old Donald inspecting, checking out the geology. I don't know what you're doing there, but now listen to this. Your parents,
I was taking a
enlightened as
piss
they
in the
were,
corner.
sent you to,
Donahue.
next slide, the New York Military Academy. Only you went not in this uniform. Is that somewhere in the computer? There you look at the proud parents. And
He went to military school.
Oh.
Yep.
He's got a bucket on his head.
Obviously, the strap is so you'll keep your mouth shut.
He's got a little sword.
It's just a little sword.
And your graduation photo. Next slide. Just give him a quick trip here. Look at this. So you came out disciplined. You probably said yes sir, no sir, and all those.
It was a good education. It was a good training. I enjoyed it.
You didn't get married until you were 30-something.
31 years old. Yes.
You lived in a small apartment in Manhattan.
A little small apartment. I had a lot of good time in that apartment. That was a lot of fun. I've had more fun in that apartment than I have in Trump Tower, as good as Trump Tower.
Your dad would build medium-priced housing, and the rules, as I understand the game, as you explain it to us in this book, Trump, The Art of the Deal.
The Art of the Deal.
And not a few folks are rolling the dice on this one, too. The front page of the Wall Street Journal today tells us that they're printing 150,000 copies. Tweaked your cheek a bit. You said there were 200. Exaggerating, Mr. Hype.
No, I'll tell you truthfully, I thought it was 200, and I think it will be 200, but I'm not sure what it is. I don't know what it is exactly. It's 150 to 200.
Probably beat 200, right? They probably end up printing a lot more than 150,000. Art of the Deal's probably sold 1 million by now.
Are you going to sign books in the stores and you can do all that stuff?
Every once in a while I might have to do it. I mean, whatever it takes. All the money is going to charity. I'm giving all of the proceeds to charity. So it's nothing for me, but it's something very important. I'd like the charities to get a lot of money, and I'd like to also make it nice and successful, because I like having successes. I like success much better than failure, somehow. I don't know.
Show them Mrs. Trump. Number 7, that is, in our computer. Ivana is her name. She was a top fashion model. And
Ivana Trump.
Yes, she was. Look at here. And also a
yes, she
skier,
was. Look
I
at
believe,
here.
A near Olympian. She was
That's correct.
alternate or and here you are on your honeymoon. Next slide. Where'd you go on the honeymoon? You probably went to Atlantic City, huh?
We were in Hawaii.
Is she in a ghillie suit?
Something.
You really have caught the attention. You're a star, Mr. Trump, and you're a businessman. And you do not run away from publicity. We can only speculate on how long you may have posed for these rather flattering. Not long. Just
the good part about being I don't have enough time to do a lot of posing, and fortunately we have some pretty good photographers, so they get good pictures. But it's not a lot of time, Phil. I just don't have the time, unfortunately.
Not a lot of time,
Your
Phil.
father had to come in at the right price, and he also was entitled to 7.5% profit. Is that what I understand?
Basically, that's right, yes.
And so he had to really count the nails.
It's a much different business. There's no question about it. I mean, I count.
Yeah,
the
his
nails
dad
also,
did
but I
like
count them in a
affordable
different sense.
housing, and he
Slumlord.
Yeah, and he did like more expensive luxury.
Well, Trump was doing slumlord stuff too to begin with, right?
Well, yeah, because he started business with his father.
Yeah.
Low and moderate
And his
income
grandmother.
housing in Brooklyn
His
and
grandmother
Queens,
was
and it a
really
tough
in charge
business.
for a while.
And today, that kind of a business really doesn't even exist. Unfortunately, you don't have the government programs that allowed you to do this years ago. My business is much different than that, and it's turned out to be wonderful, but it's much different. It's a much different kind of a business.
Mm-hmm. You say that in order to ensure
This
that
was
he
during the time that
profitable, this
Trump
made
would
it
use a
extremely
fake name to call reporters and tell them what a great guy Trump
made it
was.
very necessary for your father to be.
Hey,
he was
this
at
is
the site
totally not Donald Trump.
at 6, wasn't he? In the
This
morning?
is Guy Regular,
He was there early
and just wanted to say that Donald Trump fellow is amazing.
Morning, and he'd leave
Huge.
late at night, and every nail was going to be counted, and he knew every contractor, as I do, really. You have to know what you're doing. You take a look at the city of New York, they can't build an ice skating rink. An ice skating rink was under construction, I guess, for a period of 7 years, the Woolman skating rink in Central Park, and they couldn't build it. They spent $12 or $14 million, it was supposed to cost $2. And we did it for, in about 4 months, as you know, for a very small amount of money. You know, it's
big
ridiculous.
success story, no doubt about it. You came in and came in under, and you did it in months when the city was fooling around. It was a very interesting statement on government bureaucracy, et cetera, et cetera. And boy, you looked like a Republican businessman standing there when they cut the ribbon. But who's to complain? They're skating as we speak in Central Park. Now you try to get in. You're single, and you're out of the Wharton School, and you've moved to Manhattan.
Right.
Leaving your roots, we might say. Ahem, we can only speculate how your
Ahem.
father felt about that. And you want to join the club, Le Club.
Well, you know that,
I-
club, fella. You're there all the time. I mean, you know, he's putting
I
on,
would tell you
he's
if
putting
I was-
on the little lack of pronunciation here now. You were
listen,
never at Le Club?
Call me anything, don't call me
Huh?
hypocrite. I've
Yes.
never been to Le Club,
Sarah?
but I'd be proud to be there someday.
Okay.
This is not I don't
Good
mean
place. Good
fine.
place.
You meet.
That was fucking weird.
Yeah, that was a weird little awkward
there
Was
moment.
Who
that
is this guy?
Epstein's first joint, Le Club?
Guy Trump. He's 27 years old. The guy says, we don't. It's So he calls the president. He gets them to have a drink with him. They go to 21, and these guys are drinking.
I just got a list of pseudonyms that pseudonyms Trump would use to call reporters and say what a good guy he was to them. It says Trump would use the name John Barron, John Miller.
Well,
David-
Barron. I mean, he named his son Barron.
David Dennison, Danny G. German. He's got a whole bunch of pseudonyms he would use.
Now, I just wasn't used to that. You say, listen, fellas, I got to go home. They said, nah, let's have one more. Now, I wasn't used to that, you say. I have a father who's always been a rock, very straight and very solid. I believe that. My father would come home every night at 7, have his dinner, read the newspaper, watch the news, and that was that. Swedish. Swede?
Yes, Swedish, German, a lot of different things.
His
Mostly good, right?
Well, and his
And good, strong guy, yes. Good, solid man.
and his father probably plowed
Good,
his
solid
road straight
man.
or whatever they.
Very strong. His parents. yeah.
Right. And I'm as much of a rock as my father. This was a totally different world. I remember wondering if every successful person in Manhattan was a big drinker.
This is going to be like us reading I Saw Him comic book.
It's going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Just like Donahue reading The Art of the Deal.
I figured if that
It's
was
I
the
saw
case,
him.
I
I
was
saw
going to
him.
have a big advantage. The guy's almost passed out, and you helped him.
You know,
home,
I've
and you
figured
got in the
out
club.
I Saw Him, the entire story. In the last run of the book, probably like the 10th book. The 10th book, it's going to be...
Jesus.
It's going to be... He got the name I Saw Him because Jesus
Was
gave
taken?
him
Oh.
gave him the powers because he saw him. He saw Jesus. He
I saw him.
him.
I saw him.
And when he saw him, when he's basking in the presence of Christ, Christ embowed these superhero powers on him, and it knocked him silly. And all he could say is, "I saw him afterwards. I saw him. I saw him." It was a complete ripoff of Hodor from Game of Thrones.
Later on I got in, yes.
Yeah. You're a rock. You don't drink at all.
Well, when I say rock, I mean, I think of myself as being a solid guy.
When I
you have
say
different
rock, I think of
definitions
myself
people
as being
nowadays. You have the
Dwayne
word
Johnson.
flake. You have people that are strong, people that aren't strong, and everyone is fine. I'm just saying that I would say that I'm rather solid, and I'm proud of that. So I was a little, when I came into Manhattan at first, I saw people that were not of the same ilk, in the sense that in certain instances, they just weren't what I grew up with, in terms of a very strong father figure, a very wonderful mother figure, and I was seeing different kinds of people, and it was interesting to me, but I thought I might have an advantage.
You drink then a white wine while you're staying?
I really don't drink at all.
You don't drink at all?
I don't drink for a lot of reasons. I don't like what it does to people. I figure it can't be good, and I just don't really enjoy the taste, perhaps most importantly, but I don't like it. I've seen so many people over the years that I had great respect for, and then would go out and I'd see them totally lose control. And all of a sudden I say, why would a person subject themselves to that? I mean, I've had people who I have tremendous respect for, and then you go out to dinner and you have to literally carry them from the.
I was watching a 2011 interview with Trump. He was being interviewed by Piers Morgan, and he talked for a while about how much he likes Bill Clinton and how him and Bill Clinton are buddies.
We like to go to Epstein Island together.
It's interesting.
The Lolita Express. We ride the Lolita Express. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Table to their house.
Not a good thing, no.
No, I don't
we
like
are
it.
agreed.
I don't like it.
Mike Wallace called this to your attention during the 60-minute piece on you. You're always dressed up. I mean, at the poolside in your Greenwich home. And the Sunday afternoon, you come up with the silk tie, and that's just who you are, huh?
It's just, I don't know, I tend to be formal. I like being formal somehow, and I'm not always dressed up. On a Sunday, I'm not dressed up, and on a Saturday, depending on what I'm doing. But generally, I tend to be doing business, and usually for business, I feel that you should be sort of attired a certain way, and I've always been somewhat formal in that regard.
Right. All right. So, we are about to wrap it up. We will be back tomorrow. We're going to have Magicus, and we are going to start our review series of the Isom comic graphic novel. I don't even know.
For our post show?
For our post show. Yeah, we'll be doing that for our post show tomorrow. So you don't want to miss that. And yeah, we got Magicus tomorrow. It should be a good time. I am going to make myself some food now. And
Ayo.
Thanks for helping us get to 31%.
Yeah, on a Wednesday. What a hump day. What a Waffle Wednesday win. www.gotem.
Good night. Oh, shit.
It got me so fuming angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
I'm working on it.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.